So, I would like each and every single one of you to gather around the table, and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these survivors. The tale, the looming corruption, and a jaded destiny. For this is the infamous tale of Valley of Dreams. However, it is also the legendary tale of the Soulbound. That being said, previously, our heroes would find themselves suspended by the cataclysm and surrounded in an astral light. Before lightning would strike, shattering their crystal prisons, our heroes would eventually awaken. After finding themselves in a strange realm, they'd realize they're no longer in the Forbidden Expanse, but instead in Jaded Dragon Valley. However, most of these individuals who have no recollections of previous events and even bits of their past, while others would be found in war-forged bodies of mechanical nature. Things would grow even stranger with the Kalashtar Blade Singer Jade nowhere in sight, but instead a strong individual approaching out of the waterfalls, and the barbarian known as Adidark. A bit of tensions were raised, but ultimately were put aside as survival was priority. Our heroes would emerge out of the cave and decide to climb up the mountains and waterfalls to get a higher vantage point. However, it wouldn't be easy. Rabid wolves made of flesh and that of steel were found, specifically in cyberkinetics, while also the rain making their ascent more difficult. Regardless, after our adventurers decided to climb up the mountaintops, our heroes would seek shelter in a nearby cave as the rain began to pick up. That said, survivors, listen now. With you all in this new strange world, you've heard the voice say something is approaching. Will you find shelter and formulate a strategy of defense? Well, we'll have to find out in session 2 of Valley of Dreams. That being said, everyone, let us begin with today's session and continue where we left off. So, that said, alright, I'm going to give you guys all your ambience and all that stuff, but also we're going to switch back maps to where we were. Alright, let us go over to here. And we gotta fix the lighting, because most likely gonna be busted. As usual. Yep. Alright, we're gonna set that back to day, and then we're gonna set that to night right here. Alright, that should be good. Let me get you guys a little bit of your ambience at the moment. It should be fine. Alright, you guys should be able to hear a little bit of something in the background. So,
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I say yeah. I was just agreeing with that.
Ah, gotcha. Alright. That being said, Adidark, I'll make sure to give them V their inspiration point when we get back. That said, so we pick back up exactly where we left off, and as we do, we take part in that of just outside the cave as I believe Zaman, Korra, and Gore begin to crush their way into this cave. That being said, meanwhile outside, Adidark, Agni, and Azora, you look up towards the sky and you see as almost all hell begins to break loose. You see as it begins to shatter before your eyes, and you all begin to feel yourselves woozy for a brief moment. Sort of stumbling, Azora, you almost sort of stumbling to the tree beside you, Adidark nearly on the ground, and Agni the same over off to the tree, trying to keep your balance. And you feel as this sort of strange, almost feeling and presence begins to wash over you. You feel as if you almost want to hurl, but you right yourselves. And eventually you stand strong. You drop down, you look out towards the sky as it seemed to be just, or almost flickering out almost like a light, and then turn to night. But you see as it begins to flicker once more, and you watch as it turns back to day when there are brief moments. Granted, it still is raining, but it still seems to be that of a strange sort of gray sky. And where the sun once was, it still remains, and it seems to sort of shift and change positions with the moon and then back to the sun again. As this all begins to happen, you all hear a voice, a familiar voice, and the sound of, well, you don't really know their name, so you only know to refer to them as, well, the voice from before. And you hear, as they say, almost speaking in your heads, well, as you can see, mistakes were made. Your journey is not complete yet. It begins anew. That being said, carry on. And as it happens, as that happens, what do you three outside of the cave do? As you're able to finally right yourselves and hear this voice and looking off towards the sky.
I think Agni and Azur were trying to get some wood from these trees when we last left off.
Alrighty. So, that being said, Agni, if you're still trying to do that, as you pull yourself back up, getting a hold of yourself, trying to just collect the bit of branches or getting a bit of wood or any bits of materials from the trees. That said, are you just trying to get like wood for like a campfire or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. He's kind of hacking away at the tree, trying to get some wood before it becomes too wet and unusable.
Easy enough. It's not a hard DC, but just make a survival check and you're good to go. That said,
yeah, I would say as Azora's leaning against the tree, she's taking the moment to wonder. I don't know how long it's been or how long she feels it's been, but she's probably thinking like, oh, like I wonder if did I not eat? Is my blood sugar low? She's not sure if what she saw was real or if it's just like a side effect of hypothetically not eating lately, because she can't really remember when was the last time she ate.
That being said,
and she'll be chopping wood too. But go ahead.
Yeah, you can just make a survival check as well. But not 20, yeah. You got wait, hold up. What background do you have, Azura?
Amnesiac.
Amnesia?
I've been marking all my 20s.
Well, that being said, that is a natural 20 and a skill you are not proficient in yet.
Yep.
That being said, Azura, as you begin to hack away at this tree, you know exactly the sort of vital areas to take that of wood, and just to be able to do it in a quick sort of pace again, as almost Agni mentioned before it gets too wet and it's unusable. That being said, it kind of feels, or as you're doing this, it kind of feels natural. Almost you're used to this sort of thing. And with that being said, you gain proficiency in survival.
Oh boy. Hey, let me mark that. Oh, you're right.
I got you, yeah. I got you.
All right.
That said, 21 and 18, you guys are both able to get enough wood for yourselves and to basically make a campfire. But one thing or two things to note. One, Adidark, you get an inspiration point from chat, and let me explain how this thing works. So, there are two types of inspiration. So there are inspiration points and then DM's inspiration. Two different things, but kind of similar. So inspiration points are basically things typically given by chat. So like all of Twitch and all that stuff. They can give the players and whatnot inspiration points to help you guys out. It's always based, or they can only sort of redeem that stuff and give it to you guys through channel points. It can't be like through money or anything like that. We don't do pay to win or anything stupid like that. But basically,
my credit card away.
Yeah. nah. But
Tiger Million.
Say again?
No, it'd be like Tiger Millionaire, man. Just pay my ways.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, sure, you say that, but there are a couple streams out there. I don't know.
This could be one.
It won't be, I'll tell you that much. But what you can use an inspiration point for is basically whenever you roll like a d20, or like you're making a check, like maybe an attack roll, or you're making like a survival check, or whatever it may be, you can choose to add one of those inspiration points as like a +1, right? To basically help you out, maybe be able to be able to succeed the DC or succeed the roll or the check. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and is that for myself only, or is it for anyone?
It is for anyone or anything, including enemies. So and it can work both ways. So if you want to like, so let's say an enemy is attacking you and you want to make or use an inspiration point, you can lower the number they roll by 1 as well to cause them to be able to miss you. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, that's inspiration points. And the other thing, you don't have it right now, is DM's inspiration. That is essentially basically a reroll. So let's say you rolled like crap, you can use DM's inspiration, you can reroll and go from there. Thank you, Matt, for the 300 bits. Appreciate you, buddy. All right. That said, you're gonna want to probably drop the inspiration points, like go into the inspiration point chat. It's in the Discord. And you're gonna want to make sure to like type in your name like Addy Dark, and then also real quick, I gotta thank Cardi for the raid. Thank you, Cardi Sideshow, for the raid. Appreciate you guys. You guys are freaking awesome. Heck yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys are fantastic. Now I will say, I am DMing at the moment, so I will not be able to talk and interact with chat too much. So be sure to sit back, leave a follow on the stream, and enjoy the show. I am a professional DM, so I got to focus on the players and all that stuff, but thank you. Appreciate you guys for joining on in. Hope you guys had a great stream. That said, let's get back into the game. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so Addy Dark. So you see as Agni and Azora are basically approaching back with the wooden hand, pretty much enough to create a little bit of a survival camp. However, as you sort of almost drop down on all fours, almost wanting to hurl from this just sort of experience of witnessing what happened with the sky, this sort of strange feeling sort of washed over you. And as you begin to pick yourself up, sort of righting yourself, what do you do?
And it's did night just pass?
So to explain what you saw, pretty much, it's a strange sort of thing that you've never seen before in your life. So it seemed kind of, how to explain? So it was daytime. The skies were gray from the rain and all that, but you could kind of roughly see where the sun was. But it seemed to be the sky itself sort of flickered kind of like a light, and then immediately went to nighttime. You saw the moon, you saw the stars and everything, and then it kind of just flickered out once more, and it returned to day. However, as that happened, you did hear that voice again enter your mind, and it said the following: mistakes were made, and your journey is not complete. It begins anew. And you heard this voice in your head. That said, what would you like to do?
I'll I guess shout towards Azura. Was there no night? Did you sense that?
You see her like as she carrying the wood, and hearing you say that, she now realized that perhaps this wasn't something in her head, and she looks back at you and said, "Hey, wait, are you saying you done think that as well?"
Indeed. In a world with no night, the gods truly bless me.
She says, "A world with no night, that is not balance." And she continues to bring the wood to, the camp.
Yeah. One thing that I also forgot to mention, Agni and Azora, you both would have also found a soul coin off to the side. You would have seen a sort of grayish, dull sort of coin, but it seemed to have, again, this sort of weird spherical figure with 2 fins on it, or sort of ingrained onto it. Kind of similar to, actually, no, nothing that I don't think you guys have seen before. Actually, before you saw in the woods when you were dealing with the wolves. The other thing that you would have seen is, or Azure, you would have found enough supplies between you and Agni for another stock of materials resource. It's good stuff.
Okay. Update that.
Currently, you guys are at 5 out of 5 food, 1 out of 5 water, so it's struggling a little bit there. No mana, 4 out of 5 materials, 3 out of 5 soul coins, and no medicine.
Hey, don't I still have my large mana crystal on me?
Oh,
Does
yeah,
that not count towards
do,
mana?
you do. It does, it does. That is 2 mana.
Copy.
My bad. That said, are you guys carrying on after them into the cave, or are you guys waiting outside, you three?
Yeah, bringing the wood to the team.
You got
Yeah,
it.
start heading in.
All right. If that's the case, let us show you what you guys see inside. So as you guys begin to go into the cave after them, we take our focus to the likes of Zaman, Gore, and Korra. All right, loading the map in just a moment. In the meantime, let me describe what you guys see. So as you guys all begin to enter the cave, you see as the rocks begin to crumble from your might, and you see as the sound begins to echo throughout the cave, and looking ahead, you have a little bit of trouble seeing ahead of you those without dark vision. However, you see as the cave begins to descend ever slightly. The likes of Gore and Addy Dark, you guys can see this because you have dark vision. But you watch as there are several creatures roaming about. They seem to be massive humanoids with lopsided foreheads and a massive tusk protruding. Seems to be like orcs, greenskins. However, the thing is, they don't seem to be normal. They seem to be coursing with this sort of astral light, blue, greens, and purple colorings. It's strange. It doesn't really make any sense. It seems to be like kind of similar to the forces that you've dealt with before, Gore. Seems to have taken them hold as well. The rest of you, however, you can barely see about 10 feet in front of you as the entire thing is sort of pitch black. That being said, you guys see this. Oh boy. Let's change maps for you and change a little ambience. Alright, and activate. Alright, you guys should see a map loading in just a moment. Alright. Also, Korra, you've received an inspiration point from chat.
Copy. Good looks, good looks.
There you go. So, the likes of Azora, Agni, and Addy Dark, you guys aren't here just this second. This is as soon as they just enter. Or these three just enter. So also keep in mind the map is active and the map is live at this moment. Whatever you guys see is what you actually see, and these sort of creatures that you guys saw, the orcish looking creatures, they are, from what you can tell, there's 2 up ahead, but they don't seem to be noticing your position. They seem to be looking around, but not in your direction. That said, what do you guys want to do?
I guess with the history of the orcs and Oni, like how would Gore look at them?
All right. Well,
like is there, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
All right. I'll tell you what, Gore, make a history check. I'll give you advantage, and all that. If anybody else wants to, anybody else here wants to see the relation or figure out the relationship between the orcs, you can also make a history check.
The mind knows nothing.
5, a 10, 4, so 10. All right. That being said, okay. Oh, it's echoing a little bit. All right, we're good. So with a 10 on your history check, Gore, here's what you know. To summarize a little bit. Basically, the orcs or red orcs and the green orcs, they kind of despise one another. The reason being was long ago in their first sort of creation. Oh, hold on, someone's echoing, I think. I don't know if that might have been Daryl, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Everybody can just mute their mics and stuff like that unless they're talking and whatnot. But yeah, again, going back to this sort of thing. So the green orcs and red orcs, they kind of have bad blood. The reasoning why is because originally the red orcs used to actually be green orcs, but the differences was that the red orcs were, long story short, a handful of green orcs that didn't typically fight and go to war as, you know, typical individuals, the sort of brute strength, forward, crush everything in their path and ask questions later sort of thing. The red orcs were more akin to using sort of stealth and subterfuge and just any underhanded tactic that they possibly could, even learning the likes of magic. That being said, the green orcs, again, this is only what you know with a 10. The green orcs typically hated the red orcs and kind of ostracized them for sort of not necessarily going into battle without gaining any sort of battle scars upon them, because if you're stealthy, if you're assassinating people, you're not going to really walk out scathed or like injured or anything like that compared to rushing into the battlefield. And it's kind of been this sort of animosity and hatred ever since, before the whole likes of Heliod and all that stuff. That said,
Copy, got you. Just needed to know my motivation.
But yeah, they don't notice you at the moment.
Little ones, ahead, those green orcs. No finesse, if you will. I'm sure they'll just come over here grunting and ready for a fight. Gore's put plenty of these savages down. I don't know if that would sound weird for Gore to think they're aggressive. So.
That being said, as you Cora and Zaman, as you see Gore, alright, you can kind of see in front of you for the most part. You're having a little bit of trouble, but you see as Gore himself seems to be kind of a little bit angered, but he's sort of reserving and stopping himself. That said, you see as these two sort of almost corrupted looking orcs, they seem to be staring off out towards the little bit of this cave. You're having a little bit of trouble seeing ahead of you, but you got to get a little bit closer. That said, are you guys just approaching?
The mom would say, "Go. We shouldn't go too far. We should get our companions. If there's a threat ahead."
Go ahead and get them, greedy one. But quiet, or surely we'll have to fight soon.
And we'll go back.
Alright, real quick, I need all three of you to make just general stealth checks, and I'm just bring out the stealth mechanics.
Gore was going to attempt to go in with that, but yeah.
Ooh, 5, a 6, and a 10. Ooh. Alright, so here's what happens. So as you guys are sort of conversing and sort of talking, these sort of footsteps and the little bits of murmuring, you watch as the creatures begin to just sort of almost raise an eyebrow, and they begin to look around towards the surroundings. That being said, are you guys just standing where you are, or are you getting somewhere else?
I was heading back to get the companions.
Gore is getting in the cut, and he's trying to motion, quiet one, and yeah.
That being said, you see as this individual is getting ready to turn around, and you see as he begins to look back, and however he doesn't seem to see anything. But at this moment in time, you do at least oversee as he seems to be investigating the areas. He's sort of alerted. Seems to just sort of almost punch the shoulder of the other individual. I think it's just, or speak slightly. Begin after sort of conversing. You'll see as they begin to investigate the area further. That said, Zaman, you're continuing off getting the rest of them. In time, you almost begin to just run into them as they have a little bit of wood or in their hands, or enough to make a sort of a night camp.
Zaman would say, there we seem to have company in these caves. Some type of orcs, according to Gore, green orcs. Gore and Cora are with the head, but we should join them quickly in case we have to fight.
Oh. You guys are muted for saying anything.
Wait, you're saying that, yes, yeah, for wait, you're saying there are other creatures down here. Why venture further down these tunnels, impossibly inviting their aggression?
I told Gore to wait, and he, of course, proceeded. So I rushed back to get you guys.
About how many creatures are down here?
I don't know. I couldn't see that far ahead. It's quite dark.
So she puts the wood down.
Azora, it doesn't make sense. It's Gaw. There's no ration, no reason.
If we're planning to make camp, we might as well clear it out. I like this Gore guy, thinking with his fists.
She said you said that it was orcs, right?
So
Yeah,
there are
green
orcs.
No, I mean, did Zaman tell us? Did you say it was orcs?
Green Orcs, according
Green
to
Orcs.
Gore.
Okay, yeah.
I haven't seen them for myself.
Azora would say, "Well, if this is their home, who are we to?" And like she raises her hands, clear them out. It is us who are intruders upon their space.
Azora, I feel your sentiment. At the same time, it is much more dangerous for us to stay outside than to come into this cave. We must make a safe place for camp. That is the top priority.
Well, we came in here just to wait out the rain, correct? Why not stay right here at the entrance, create a fire? And if the orcs do become aggressive, we go outside into the open space where we can at least know the terrain and area. Down here in these caves, we don't know what the terrain is, how many orcs, we could be trapped. It is bad strategies, man.
Of course, but at this point, I don't know what Gore is doing. Gore and Cora are far ahead. Either way, we must proceed. Maybe you can rationalize with Gore, get him to come back.
That being said,
Yeah.
Seeing how like dark this cave is, Agnes gonna like drop the all like the firewood we have at the beginning, and he's gonna like cast produce flame just for right now, just so we can see a little bit more. He also asks,
guys.
Zaman, you know where the orcs are at. Let me know when to put out the fire before we get too close.
One thing.
Of course.
Before we go any further, we need to resolve one thing. So that might help you or might screw you over. We'll find out in a minute. Also, how far does produce flame, like the light, go out to? Or how many feet?
10-foot radius.
10-foot.
Dim light and addition. Wait. Oh no, bright light, 10-foot radius, additional dim light for another 10. So 20 in total.
Alright.
I have dark vision. Is that already like programmed into my foundry to see?
Yeah, that's why you can actually see like so far ahead. Also here, I'm just gonna do this for you. So that's an extra 20. Alright, there you go, Agni. Did that one work? Yeah, it did. Okay. So, that being said, Gore and Cora, as you guys are sort of looking about over here, you see as this sort of or this strange sort of almost corrupted orc is beginning to walk its way over to here. At this point, you kind of wonder, it almost seems that he is or if he gets too close, he is definitely going to see you guys and notice you. However, something begins to get his attention as he looks down towards the hall, not able to really see too far, but you do see as he begins to look over, puzzling, and then reach to grab that of his weapon. That said, he is still approaching you guys closer and closer. At this point, you have a small time to react before he is able to see you. What are you guys doing? You guys are up against the wall, and he is only 10 feet away from Cora at the moment.
Gore slides back some more because after his last little stealth foray that went wrong, he's trying to learn some lesson. But he's going back to warn the others that he's sliding back, and the first one he sees, he's gonna motion for them to be quiet.
Well, real quick. That being said, if you're moving over here, are you trying to make yourself seen from the orc? Because he is like only 10 feet away from you. So if you move from this position, or if you don't react to do something, he's gonna definitely see you and Cora. First person is probably gonna see is Cora because she's closer.
Cora's gonna fight him.
Hands first, questions later.
Right.
Hands on deck. Let's go.
She ain't running.
Gore would have tried to stealth his way to grab the others. Because he would have thought the quiet one would have listened after he told him to come on, but that's what he would have tried to do.
All right. That said, so Gore, you were sort of trying to slink off to the other side. Cora, you are getting ready to swing at this individual, getting ready to fight. So Gore, as you're making your way over here, you will watch as the individual will immediately, about getting to this location, you'll see as he begins to look out and sort of see this sort of strange light, and then also begin to look over and see Gore. You see as he has his weapon at the ready, and then look towards Cora.
Do I have advantage on him?
Are you trying to sneak attack him, or stealth kill him, or all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I figured because I could see him, he can't see me. I was just curious if I could just bust him in the back of the head, or you know, me.
Well,
put the hands on
typically
him.
you would be able to, but the problem is you rolled really bad on stealth, and he has a high enough passive perception. Let me make sure. Could be wrong. Yeah, he has a high enough passive perception where he could see you almost immediately, and he also was alarmed and at the ready. So that being said, boy, I just need.
Can Gore cast minor illusion to make, I guess, like a big red orc in front of him, like sort of right in front of where Cora is?
Or you can make a red orc. It'll have to be about 5 feet in size, and it'll be a stationary image. But that being said, because you didn't mention it beforehand, I need the orc, I need Cora, and I need Gore to both essentially just make a dexterity check to see which action goes first. Does the orc swing first? Does Cora swing? Or does Gore cause a distraction? Let's see what you guys got. Dexterity checks all around.
Ability check? All right, dexterity check.
Oh boy.
Gore diggity dog.
22. Got a 5 for the corrupted one. Let's see what we got from Cora. Dexterity check.
Ew.
Ooh. So it's looking like a 22 from Gore. So that being said, the distraction goes off. So as you begin to immediately conjure that of the spell, seeing this is about to go wrong off to the side, you conjure it and immediately summon that of just a generic sort of red orc in front of the individual away from Cora. That said, as this happens, you see as he sees Cora and then looks over towards the red orc and just begins to, he's looking like he's getting ready to just yell out. That said, anything else you're doing, Gore? Or for your turn, that was an action, cast that spell, bonus action or movement, anything else?
I can't do the blood curse because we haven't rested. So, yeah. Yeah, one action at a time, buddy.
One
That's
action
all
at
I
a
can
time.
do.
That being said, oh man, here we go. So we're not in initiative or anything just yet, but we'll see depending on the actions that happen. So you will see as the individual, or because the corrupted one rolled a little bit or faster, just barely, you will see as he immediately or grabs that of his weapon, and he needs to make an intelligence check to see if it's an illusion or not. Alrighty, passive arcana check. That is a 4. He believes it is real. Compared to a warforged or a red orc, he is going to swing towards the red orc. That said, as he begins to grab that of his giant sort of great axe, you see as he swings forward with all his might and just sort of, or almost yelling and grunting. As it begins to happen, you see as a bit of sort of or astral light of the corruption begins to spill out onto the ground with a hefty swing. However, it phases through the illusion. As it does, it dissipates and vanishes. And you see at this point he is angered. Cora, that is all he can pretty much do for his sort of quote unquote turn. You have a chance to redeem yourself, but it's not looking too good. After this round, we're probably, if he's not incapacitated or something, we're probably gonna go into initiative. What you got for us?
So I can hit him with an attack?
You can hit him with an attack, but you gotta do something with him, or he is probably going to, or initiative will be rolled. Last chance.
All right. Say less. I'm gonna just attack him.
All right. With what weapon or spell?
Just with my weapon.
You got it. Make an attack roll. Target him and swing forth. As you bring that of the... you got the counter bow, right? Yep. The counter bow, you begin to bring it up above your head and swing forth with all your might. Let's see what you got.
Let's see. There it is.
Ooh. That is a 12. Oh, man. That was
Man.
really
Hate
16.
to see it.
Yeah, you really do. You swing forth with all of the strength behind it. However, as you do, you see this sort of creature begins to dodge off to the side, just barely sidestepping it as it cracks amongst the ground. You see as he just begins to snarl and begins to yell out something in not Orcish, but in different language that you guys kind of don't really understand. It seems to have bits of Orcish sort of combined with it, but something about it, it's ever strange. You're not entirely able to understand it. However, for the sakes of this, oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna need everybody in the hall just... Uh-huh. Go ahead.
Can Gore try to determine what he can from what was said? Like, even if it was just bits and pieces?
Nah, probably not. In all honesty. That being said...
I have a copy.
Well, I guess with me being able to see so far ahead, would I have been able to like make a dash during the illusion strike or something like?
Not really, because this was kind of within the span of 3 seconds, but you can try to do something on your turn because I need each and every single one of you guys to roll initiative at this point. Now, granted, whether you're fighting or not is completely up to you, or whether you want to try to salvage this sort of stealth thing, that is up to you. But I just need you guys to all roll initiative to keep track of who's going to win. Alrighty.
Where the heck is that again?
Ooh, and they rolled really good. Oh god. Alright, that said, let's do...
I mean, isn't that normal for us? Like, the enemies just roll good initiative?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty normal. Pretty normal.
Hey man, just fast forward to a game where I'm a player. I won't roll like this ever again, I promise you. Look at Joey's game.
You say that, but it keeps happening.
Bro, you should have saw me. I played a level 20 god. I played the World Serpent. And yeah, the World Serpent got tossed around like a rag doll. Man.
Dice want, the dice want.
The dice want what the dice want. Alright.
Gore tried. He tried.
Your souls are shackled, and the time for battle is now. First up in initiative, we have the likes of Azura. That being said, you don't see really any of this at the moment. You do hear, at the least, you do hear the sounds of something sort of happening far off into the cave, and you do hear the bits of talking and yelling off to the side, and a crack amongst the ground. So you hear it, but you can't really see it because, again, only light's really helpful right now is Agnes from the Produced Flame. That said, what are you doing, Azura?
So yeah, hearing all that, like, you know, after her and Zaman just had that conversation, and then hear, like, he's saying, well, you know, I told Gore to wait up. Then hear ting 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 ting. She'll put her hand on the hilt of her blade, and she said, "Here we go again." And
Zaman will respond, "Hey." Some things never change.
And then she'll tell Zaman to lead the way, as she has no clue where the squad is.
He will point straight ahead, and
she also mentioned she can't see.
Yeah, he can't see anything either. He just said somewhere up ahead.
She will stay right here with Agni, and wait till she'll say, lead the way. No, she would ask him, What do you think of this, War Chief?
We're in quite a predicament. I mean, it looks like conflict is inevitable. We need to move forward. Hopefully, we can use these narrow passages as a choke point.
Okay. So, you know, I know you can't really hold a move, but can I, as my action, can I hold my action and make it a dash when Agni moves? I guess.
Yeah. If you want us, I allow like being able to allow movement on top of your action if you want to. So you could sort of ready your action like, okay, when I actually see something in sight, I'm gonna rush over and hit him with the sword. You can do that if you want.
Essentially, so when Agni begins to move forward, she's gonna dash forward as well.
All right. That said, all right, Azora, if that's your turn. Next up in initiative, we have Addy Dark. What would you like to do? As you see, at this point, you can see far enough down the cave, the likes of what's happening. What would you like to do as this all plays out in front of you?
I saw an orc throw a blow, and I saw a tin can throw a blow, right?
Yep.
And a red orc appeared out of nowhere, which is very magical. Yeah, I'm gonna just move. Definitely dash forward as far as what was it, 30 feet I got, right?
Yep, you got 30 feet. Let me make sure. Yeah, you're still level 1. Yeah, you only got 30.
Oh.
Yep, that should be enough to get there.
That's movement speed. That shouldn't be dash, is it?
Nah.
That's movement.
She's got the movement speed. Yeah, you should be able to dash all the way over there if you want. Or move all the way over there if you want. All right, so Addy Dark, as you begin to, grabbing toward or looking towards your weapon, you sprint off closer and closer towards the individual, and you see as they're a massive figure in size. However, they have this weird, strange astral light about them, blue, greens, and purple. However, as they begin to look towards you, they begin to almost go into a defensive position and stance before getting ready to swing their great axe. You have a moment to respond. What would you like to use as your action or bonus action? So, let's walk it through this again. So you have you can do multiple.
It's action, and then I'm sorry. Yeah.
I got you.
I remember movement. I remember bonus action. Action is like, what are the options there for that one?
I got you. So for action, we'll break it down for you. So we'll break down the bonus action part. So the bonus action, you ain't got too much because you're only level 1 right now. For the bonus action, things that you can do is you can go into a rage if you would like to, and become more defensive, but also do a lot more damage and take a lot less punishment. That's one option. You can always, or keep in mind, you only have 1 more rage left for the day. You also have your other bonus action being your shifting ability, where you can become more tanky and also channel the powers of, again, those sort of were creatures that we talked about from before. Or get a little bit of assistance from them. That is all your bonus actions that you can do. For actions, you can do simple things of like hitting this guy with your weapon. You can try to grapple him and like grab him if you want to. You can dash further, like closer or into the cave if you really want to, or anything like that.
All right, well let's go with the grapple. Can I try to like toss him to the left away from give him a nice kick, a nice little shove?
Yeah, do you want to shove him or do you want to grab him? Your choice.
Yeah, let's grab him. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
I want to grab him.
So, as you try to grab him, you immediately see as he looks over and notices your form, you reach out and try to put him into a chokehold. So here's how grappling works. All you need to do simply is just make an athletics check, and he is going to make an athletics check as well. Whoever rolls the highest will win the grapple, and whoever loses obviously will be grappled. So 18 from you, good stuff. Let's see if he has an answer for you. Athletics check plus. Ooh, that is a natural 1. 18 versus 4. Immediately, you see, or you're able to put him into a simple chokehold and begin to sort of restrain him for a brief moment. That being said, you have used all your movement, so you can't drag him back anywhere. But he is not going anywhere in this moment in time.
I was trying to grapple to the throw. Is that too much?
You can sort of like throw him off to the side if you want, or that's what I was asking. Do you want to shove, or like do you want to push him away, or do you want to just like put him in a chokehold sort of thing?
Yeah, I want to push him away. So yeah, I'd like to give this a good dramatic shove.
All right. So it's the same roll for the same thing.
Technically speaking, mechanically, a grapple works in our advantage, though. By the way, like if you're holding him, he can't do anything. So that makes it easier for somebody else to do something mechanically.
Well, let's just go with what I want to do, and then I'll learn from my mistake later.
That's how you do it.
Respect that.
That's how you do it.
Hey man.
All right. So that is
yeah. So
Oh, good.
Yeah, I was trying to like grapple him to. I mean, not grapple him, like throw him to the left.
Going to the left. All right, gotcha.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
as you're
further-
trying
yeah,
to
further
sort
away
of
from
grab
the
him, immediately sort of toss him off to the side. That being said, he goes a couple feet, not too far, but far enough. That said, you're able to move him off or over here and send him off to the side away from Cora. That being said, you see as he begins to sort of trip up and he just becomes even angrier and angrier at you. And at this point, you see as this almost sort of strange astral liquid begins to sort of seep from that of his mouth. That said, Addy Dark, you ready yourself? And I believe that is your action, your movement. Do you want to use anything as your bonus action? Do you want to rage, or do you want to shift, or do you want to save those for later? Your choice.
I'm gonna save those for later.
Alrighty. That said, that is the end of your turn then. War Chief Agni, what would you like to do?
He's gonna, I guess, start moving up with Azora.
Alrighty. That said, you begin to move closer and closer, and at this point, I believe you can see the likes of the sort of happenings between the Orcs and Addy Dark. At this point, what would you like to do as you approach closer?
I guess I have to ask you a technical question. How would you rule me holding this produce flame and fighting in combat?
So your weapon is a heavy weapon, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Oh boy, yeah, you ain't got really much of anything to kind of hold or like be able to hold the produce flame. So if you maybe got a one-handed weapon, you could use that. You may probably want to resort to just keeping like casting spells for now that only take one hand. Another thing of note, I meant to mention, Addy Dark, as you would have thrown him, because of the low gravity from earlier, you would have actually sent him flying a lot further than that. You would have actually sent him flying, crashing into the wall, and you see as he begins to sort of drop and almost begins to knock prone, however he sort of rights himself. Nothing to take damage, but it does hurt him a little bit. All right, you got the rest of your turn, Agni.
Are they grappled or no? Together?
No, they are not grappled.
Okay. This is I mean, I don't know that there's more in here, so since I have to continually hold this produce flame, Agni's going to cast Burning Hands. Yeah, point blank range on this guy.
You got it. As you begin to, with the fire in one hand, you begin to hold the second hand out, extending it forward, and you send that out, or send a burning hands towards him. You see as it begins to incinerate his entire form. Let's see what you got. Cast the spell for me, buddy. Alright. Also, Corruptor one's on deck. Cora, you are in the hole. Make sure to place the measure template and all that.
Yes.
Yeah. It gets a little finicky and like, oh, you got to do this and this.
Ooh,
oh
wow.
My God!
It's that kind of day. It's that kind of day.
It is that kind of day. That is a triple one.
It's that kind of day.
And he's seen it.
I've seen it all.
I didn't know that you were fire resistant too. Damn.
Apparently.
Oh my God. That being said, yeah, and they also succeed on the dexterity saving throw. So here's what happens. You're kind of struggling a little bit to sort of maintain the produce flame and also conjure that of the spell ahead. As you begin to do so, you're kind of focusing too much on keeping the light out for that, or keeping the light up for the rest of your allies to proceed forward. You're not able to unleash the flames like you want. That's your action. You got anything else, Agni?
Did Azura move up with me or no?
Not yet. She's about to, like, in a second.
Okay, because if it was during this turn, I would use my bonus action to help her, but I don't know if it would count like that.
Bonus action to help her how?
He essentially wants to point out that he has been shaken off by Addy Dark, and he's dealing with the fire to give her advantage on her attack.
Do you have the help action as a bonus action?
Yeah, I do.
Is it through the one oh wait, okay, I think I know why. It's through the feats, martial
Yeah,
master.
that's what I was
That's
asking
what it is.
if
Okay,
she was
yeah.
next to me or not.
Gotcha. Yeah, you could do that, and all that stuff. You're good to go. That being said, so you're using your bonus action to command this individual forward, or command Azora to basically be able to assist an attacker pointing out weaknesses. Azora, at this point in time, you're able to dash forward and go to where you like. So to follow Agni.
All right. As
Keep in mind,
as
this is
she's
the wall right here.
oh, that's a wall.
Yeah.
5, 10. I mean, yeah. So she should be out of range.
Ah, dang. Got a ranged weapon?
Nope.
Oh
So-
man. Ugh.
Yeah. So she will. I guess. Hold on. Let me think. Hold on. Let me think. 5, 10. See, I couldn't see that wall because it was just pitch blackness. 1, 2. Yeah, I guess she should just wait here and I guess take the dodge action, I guess.
Remember, you use your you readied your action, all that stuff to do the swing
Oh,
and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah.
Yeah. So probably not on right now. God dang. That being said,
Yeah, she's just gonna stand there, looking dumb in the dark.
unfortunate. That being said, we gotta go to the next turn. All right, Corrupted One's turn, and it is the individual who was set aflame. Alrighty. That said, now he is angered. Now there's been fire thrown at him. He's been thrown off to the side like a rag doll. He is definitely angry. He's going to step over here. And he just sort of anger. He is going to step right here. And he is going to swing his great axe. Yep, he's going to swing his great axe probably towards Addy Dark. You disrespected him by throwing him off to the side. That said, he is going to swing towards you. As he raises his great axe, he will try to slice almost towards your abdomen, ripping it in half. Great axe attack. That is a 14. Ooh. And it is 6 points of damage to you. You almost feel yourself being thrown back from the impact, as it definitely is leaving the mark. Bits of blood spills out. However, that's all he can do for his turn. At this moment in time, next up, Cora, what would you like to do? You're muted if you're talking.
This shit is trash. Okay. So she's gonna roll up on homeboy right here,
All right.
and she gonna hit him with the what's she got? Oh, I'm in the wrong shit. Action. With the kaboo-boo.
Kaboob. Oh my god.
I'm gonna try this again.
Alright. As you try to bring up the weapon and slam it forth towards him, trying to immediately bludgeon him to a pulp. Let's see what you got. Ooh, it was nearly a 20. That was really close. That said, 23 to hit and 13 points of damage. Woo! He is left on death's door. As you send the weapon caving in directly to his chest, he's almost brought down or onto the ground, almost completely eviscerated. However, he barely stands back up, pulling himself back to life. That's your action. You have a bonus action. Anything else?
Nah. That'll be all.
All right. That said, next up in initiative, alrighty, we got the second orc over here off to the side. After seeing the bits of the commotion, you will see as he immediately charges forth, begins to get towards all of you. He's going to use his bonus action to dash forward, and he is, yeah, he's going to dash about right here, and you're the first person he sees, Cora. So you're the first person he's gonna hit. And he's gonna take his great axe to do so. All right, making an attack roll coming towards you. Great axe towards the head. And 19 to hit is gonna do a lot of damage, and it's a 12 points of damage. That is, whew, It's barely
Yeah,
gonna
that-
keep you up, but you are still alive.
That hurt. That hurt.
Wait, hold up 1 second. I see something wrong here because I was wondering about that. For some reason, because you updated your character sheet to level 2 on D&D Beyond, your character sheet is completely wrong and whatnot. You are a level 2 at the moment, where you're a level 1 right now. Because that level, that 12 points of damage should have killed you right there. Not like killed, but like knocked you unconscious. So make sure, so you will be unconscious, but make sure to get that sort of whole thing set up on D&D Beyond so then I can re-import your stuff.
Oh shit. Okay.
Alright, no problem. So mark that down. And you are knocked unconscious. So the rest of you guys see as Cora is immediately torn almost into two as the great axe pierces into that of her stomach, and as she's tossed off to the side. That said, next up in initiative, Zaman, what would you like to do?
Question for you.
Go for it.
Can I pull, using my thorn whip, can I pull one orc into the other one?
Yeah, I wouldn't really do much of anything, but yeah, you can pull them into each other.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to do it like a collision to do a little bit of extra damage to the other one, but that's what I was kind of thinking.
I'll tell you what, you can make a
Oh wait,
wisdom
that other
check
orc's
to-
still alive?
Yeah, they're both. He's barely alive, but I'll tell you what. You can make a wisdom check, and because it's light or low gravity at the moment, you can. There's a chance. That said, make the attack roll first, and let's see what we got afterwards.
All right. 5, 10, 15. All right. Come on, go right here. He's going to hit homeboy thorn whip.
All right, thorn whip.
Don't matter.
No.
Don't matter.
This
One of
is
those days.
One of those
Like that.
days. Oh man. That is a natural 1, a 6. So you send the thorn whip towards them, and you watch as it begins to almost mechanize completely. And as it throws you off guard, as it doesn't seem to work the way you intended, it throws you off so much that it goes flying wide and crashes into the cave. No effect. That said, Zaman, that's your action. You got anything else?
No, that's all I got. He's going, I guess, position himself behind Azora and leave it at that.
All right. Gore, that said, as you see and watch all this sort of occurring, as the thorn whip is thrown, you receive initiative. Also, Azora, you are on deck, so be ready. That being said, Gore, what would you like to do? You're muted, by the way. I was waiting to see.
Go yell out, "Quiet one! I told you they wouldn't listen! Damn orcs!" And Gore would just come in here and try to just mollywop old boy right here.
You got it. Make an attack roll for me.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Target, please.
Yeah, there you go.
Then
So,
come and get
swing the
this work.
katana towards the individual, and barely able to hit, you swing forth, and how do you want to kill the creature with one single blow?
Gore would like swing down on and crush him, and then look at whoever it is he would have judged him in the moment. Be like, "This one's on the quiet one." It just like bashed the hell out of him, just blood kind of spurting on his face. I don't know if however that works, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, and then he would position himself, I guess, closer
Bro,
to
why are you
right
in
where
the
body
way?
is. Yeah.
Oh man. That being said,
I guess he would. Yeah. He put himself like, I guess he tried to. Oh no, his body's already on the ground. Like he can't stand in front of him or anything like that.
well, you can.
He
You
would
are
just
literally flying right now,
bash
so you're good to go. You're just on top, like floating above his body.
Yeah. So that's what he would do. He would sort of like get in the way because the quiet ones. I don't know why he thinks because he's got a new body he can do new stuff.
You wouldn't be able to
Quiet one's
stand in
being foolish.
Cora's space, where you are right now, but you can stand like around her if you want.
Yeah, that's fine. Right here, fine.
Probably right here because you're on the wall at the moment. There you go.
Copy.
All right, you're good to go. So as this happens, as you swing forward, slicing the orc in half, you begin to swing off to the side, flanking the other individual and cornering him, keeping him from escaping. That being said, Gore, if that is your turn, Azora, you receive initiative. What would you like to do?
Okay, now, so after Agni said all that thing about the fire, she runs she dashes forward to go take out the original orc, but she sees out of the shadow, all of a sudden she saw just Gorgeous slap him and fly by off into the darkness. But she does see the second one. She says, the fire draws my blade. This one shall be silenced by ice. And then, so I'm still affected under Agni.
You still have advantage.
So she goes to so as she was dashing, of course, her target this guy. Her hand was on the hilt the whole time, but the blade has been sheathed this whole time. Control is it control or alt? I keep
alt is for advantage. I always get that confused between roll 20 and this.
Yeah, say roll 20 be messing me up.
Yeah. All right, let's see what you got. Ooh, nearly 20. So a natural or a 16. One single strike towards the individual, dealing 12 points of damage. With one fatal swipe, you see as half of his body begins to course with this strange ice from the Frostbearing katana. That being said, you see as he's sort of brought backwards and nearly killed with one single swipe. That said, he's near death.
Yeah,
what do you got for us?
Yeah, so you see her quickly. Is the fire effect? Is it still there?
No. Let me get rid of it.
Okay, so I was gonna say you should see as she unsheaths the sword, increases blast of ice that will dissipate the fire as she slices into the orc. So one quick spin as she puts the blade back into the sheath and just like crouches down to get ready to for her next attack on the orc. And that's her turn.
Hell yeah, good round. That being said, Azora, that is your turn. Addy Dark, you see as the orc is on its last leg, however, the damage has been done. What would you like to do?
Quick, Sensei, does that orc body count towards my blood?
Yeah, I counted it.
Alright, copy.
I got you, don't worry.
I guess I'll swing a sword in an attempt to get a kill.
All right, let's see what you got. So, as you swing that of your weapon towards the individual, he seems to be barely hanging on. He glances off to you in the last moment. Make your attack roll.
I'm gonna attack with my great bat, which is a great club shaped as a bat.
Hell yeah.
But I always forget. Oh, I have to target. I gotta target first, right?
Yeah, you gotta hit the T key over him, and then you're good to go. Or you can double right click, one or the other.
Okay, all right. Someone needs to make notes. All right. Yeah, let's go with this great bat.
All right, let's see what you got. Make your attack roll towards him. We count the first one no matter what it is. All right.
Yeah, no worries.
Roll. Hold up. An 8, nah, that will miss. So you swing with all your strength that you've got. However, you see as the creature is barely able to use that of the great axe to sort of parry it. He begins to see as you're bringing a lot of strength forward, he dodges off to the side. That said, as he sidesteps your blow, anything else you can do? You want to do anything as your bonus action, or you want to leave him as it is, or leave it as it is?
We can leave it as it is. I'm just extremely angry.
That said, anger begins to build up amongst you. However, Agni, what would you like to do as you receive initiative?
I don't see anyone else in this combat. If I was to take a swing and the flame would dissipate,
you said you don't see anybody?
No. I was saying there's this one orc here.
Okay, I got you.
Because Agni doesn't see anyone else, he believes this is the last orc. So if I was to remove the producer flame and take a swing with my weapon, would that be at disadvantage, or would I have enough light at the beginning to swing?
You'd probably want to wait, get to him, and then snuff it out and swing.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do then.
All right. You got it. So as you go closer and closer towards them, you snuff out the light and put both hands upon your scythe and swing with all you've got. Make your attack roll. (23) to hit, dealing or at least 14 points of damage. That being said, with the final strike, how do you want to kill this individual?
This light will be the last light you see, Orc. And he's going to just kind of cut him down, and the scythe hits him just as the flame goes out. So people without dark vision would even see, and you just hear a thud as he hits the ground.
That's it. As he does so, he hears the thud begins to echo across the cave, and he drops down, no longer moving. With that being said, the two individuals up ahead have been slain. However, you're not entirely sure how much noise that caused, and whether there's other individuals in this cave like them. That said, combat is over, but what would you all like to do in this moment in time?
Gore be like, savages! I told the quiet one to be quiet. I don't know why you riled them up. It always leads to this.
Gore, you shouldn't have moved
Especially
forward
with them.
so recklessly. You and Cora.
Zoro would try to.
Go move back! Go went to go find you! Running away in the dark!
I was not running away. I went to go get our companions.
Regardless whose fault.
Zoro
it
would try to
is,
stabilize Korra during all this.
Yeah, Zaman would do the same.
Agni's gonna recast the produce flame, and he wants to also go back, grab some of the wood, and make like 1 or 2 torches out of it.
One moment, hold up.
Do we have any food or anything to give her?
All
You
right.
say you was giving me help, Zaman? I missed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So,
And,
go over that go over that thing one more time for me. I have to do a couple things.
Quick question: Would Gore think that there would be more immediately after that, like from his run-ins with them?
It's kind of
Like
hard
to him
really
would be
tell.
like to be like nah, like he wouldn't look at like 2 green orcs and be like nah, there's more. That's not how these dudes run.
I know what you mean. I mean, they're not like monsters or animals or anything like that, but considering it was a cave, you didn't really get too much information out of them, or like from seeing them for long enough. You kind of just walked around the corner, saw the orcs, and then the fight broke out. So you have no idea from what you can tell. Also, with the medicine check,
I guess I will go. I'm gonna go scout ahead because, if you don't mind. Oh,
real quick.
let me
So,
know.
Zoro, with your medicine check, how'd you have advantage? Just was someone helping you again?
Yeah, Zaman.
Yes, I'm on.
Gotcha. So between the two of you guys are able to stabilize Korra and prevent her from making death saves. She's still unconscious at this moment, so you'll have to see what or get back to her in a moment and find a place of rest. However, unless anybody has anything to heal her, she is out of commission for. Oh boy. Actually, I remember this rule now. Daryl, I need you to roll a d4 plus 1 for me. Or you can just roll a d4, I'll do the math for you. I'm on Foundry. Oh, that's not looking too good. So, unless Korra gets healed by any means, she will awaken in the next 5 hours.
Jeez.
So Zoro, go ahead.
I was gonna say, is there any way I can channel a healing word for her using the mana that we accumulated?
Do you want
1 mana or something?
you wouldn't be able to get the 1 mana. You could sort of crack or use the crystal and siphon all of it, so you can gain 2 spell slots from it if you want.
Copy. I mean, yeah, given the situation, that's what Zaman would do.
Alright, so as you take out the larger mana crystal from before, you immediately begin to look at it and begin to try to siphon all of the power within it. And as it begins to happen, oh boy, you know what time it is. I need you Zaman, to roll a D100 for me.
Boy.
Or actually, is it D100? Yeah, it's D100 for everybody else.
14.
Oh god.
Jeez.
Oh no. Okay, let's see. Oh no. Alright. Zaman, I need you to
Oh, crap.
roll.
I'm standing next to him.
Alright, first thing, I also need you to make an Arcana check. No. Bring thy ass here.
Yeah.
The Arcana check?
Yeah, Arcana check.
Alright. I'll probably put some guidance.
Natural 20.
don't
Oh, good. No. Please. No, not again.
Vroom, vroom.
Jesus
God
Christ.
damn it. Jesus. Okay, so the good news is, wild magic doesn't occur. Good God. So, that being said, you watch as you crush that of the crystal, almost making it actually you don't need to crush it if you're just siphoning it out. It does seem to stop glowing for a brief moment, so you can just sort of pocket it, but it doesn't seem to function anymore. And as it happens, you feel yourself rejuvenated for a brief moment in time. That said, are you casting Healing Word on Korra?
Yep.
Alrighty. That said, cast a spell and target her. I'm gonna remove the mana from you.
Okay. I have 2 spell slots now.
Yep, you gain 2 spell slots. I can do it on my end.
Copy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Alright, you should be good.
Was there anything left behind by the orcs on the orcs?
Yeah, you can loot them if you want to.
Yeah. What I gotta run for that?
Investigation check for me. That said, Zaman, as you begin to cast cast the spell, you watch as Korra begins to slowly reanimate and begin to be brought back to the land of the living. As this occurs, Korra, you are now conscious, and you have 4 HP. Oh wait, hold up. 1 second. Oh no, you're good. You're good. It also affects humanoids as well. You guys aren't full constructs. I would have been like,
Yeah,
oh,
when I
God.
saw that construct, I was like, oh, nah.
So,
Oh
one
no.
thing to note,
Oh no.
there is a homebrew thing on whatnot that I guess I can mention to more of the veteran players. So, in the world of Aurora, the way it works is, for example, like whenever you're doing like detect evil and good and all that stuff, or the spells that can sort of identify like, you know, fiends and celestials and all that stuff, tieflings do actually count as fiends and humanoids in Aurora, so they have both of those types. Azamars and all that stuff, they count as celestial and humanoid, and yada yada yada. So Warforged, in this case, they do count as constructs and humanoids, but again, the humanoid part saves you, so you're able to get healed.
Copy.
Alright. That said, also, Daryl, were you able to fix your character sheet back up to level 1?
I tried to do it, but it won't go back. I did it on D&D Beyond, but I don't know how to cross it over into
Oh, I got
Foundry.
you. Yeah, I got you. I just hit a button over here on my end.
Yeah. Azura would say, Zaman, you didn't. Those. So wait, did we see anything else that twinkled with Twilight yet
Well,
in Soulbound?
That deer.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
She would say, these orcs, you didn't say they glowed like that deer we saw. These were no ordinary orcs.
Azar, I never saw the orcs. Gore described them to me. Said they were green. That's all I knew.
Zaman, real quick, make a perception check for me.
Copy.
And meanwhile, she'll reach back down to Korra after stabilizing her, and she'll say, Korra, you got to be more careful. We do not know these lands, nor those that inhabit it. This is the time for reconnaissance, not squandering our resources and rushing into action. It's best we get at least a lay of our land before we move towards anything perilous.
Korra would basically say that she doesn't run from fights. So like if the orc didn't see her, then she wouldn't like if she didn't see the orc or the orc didn't see her, she would have went back. But because they locked eyes, there was no turning back at that point.
Understood. But there are more than one way to skin a gecko. Sometimes,
Gore,
some,
I didn't know.
so,
I didn't know
Gore
people
tried to
screamed.
give you Gore tried to give you a chance to run. Don't let that new body fool you.
and go your voice. This is a cave. Sound vibrates off the walls. We do not know how many more of these creatures are in here.
Oh, my bad. I meant to. It's hard to whisper Gore, but Gore was trying to be tactful before. I apologize.
Bro, where are you going? Where are you going?
It's hard. It's hard.
So I moved there during all of that stuff.
Gore told him.
Some people never learn,
Gore
Azura.
told Gore to be quiet.
Gore, you shouldn't have
Gore
never
told
moved.
Gore to be quiet.
Gore, you should have never moved forward. Like I said, we needed to go back and get our companions. But you persisted that you needed to move forward.
Greedy one, I was behind you watching your back. Don't start this now.
Hey, you too. Come
Gore's
on.
learned his lesson.
Go, Zaman. Now is not the time. We are in a predicament here. Let's let calmer heads prevail, okay?
I'm just saying, fools caused issues. Cora could have died. Had to utilize a resource just to bring her back.
Understood, Zaman. But she didn't. Let's keep this conversation to the hush. Once again, we are in a cave. We don't know how many more creatures are here. We can either step out and have this conversation or do reconnaissance quietly forward. They should look
Gore was
different about both those two.
Gore partially getting bored and upset, and people doubting that he knows how to get low. Gore tried to get low.
All right. As you begin to do so,
He tried to get extra stealthy.
Couple things of note, real quick. All right. So, first thing, the more kind of not that pressing thing, but it's definitely something to know and maybe potentially write down. So, Zaman, once you sort of cracked that crystal, or not cracked it, but essentially used it, you saw as some sort of like strange sort of sparkles and almost a little bit of glitter begins to just sort of slowly seep out from the crystal itself and onto the ground and even onto your hand. It's strange, but another thing that you hear with your perception check of 22, you hear this sort of strange, like childlike sort of giggling. Seems very, very high pitched, and it's a very, very subtle thing that you can kind of hear. If it wasn't for your sort of high perception and sort of awareness, no sort of normal person would have probably been able to hear that.
Zaman will say, hello? Is there someone in this crystal?
And as you sort of say it, nothing seems to respond. The other thing, what you would have heard with your 22 is you would have heard footsteps off to the side, and you would have heard footsteps beginning to increase in speed and is sort of running off somewhere.
From which way? From Mr. Director?
Further down in the cave. Probably 22 is kind of hard to tell as it echoes, but it was definitely not that far or not too far away. Probably the footsteps were hidden throughout the yelling and arguing.
Zaman will say, we have multiple people approaching. We need to be ready. Where does everyone else go?
Zora would look at Agni. She said, "You're right. It's best we go get those sticks. Clearly, we're going to be having quite a long day in here."
Yeah, Agni wants to get the sticks. Try to find like 2 of them that are as dry as possible to cast prestidigitation to light them.
As a little makeshift torch.
Hand them to Azura so we both have light sorts, and I'm not
Can you-
concentrating.
Can you give me one as well, Agni? I appreciate it.
I assumed your bodies could see in the dark. That's why Cora was up in the front. Is that not true?
That is not true. I don't know why Cora was so far ahead.
Interesting. Here, take one of these torches.
Greatly appreciated.
He'll hand the torch, and kind of just, I guess, we'll just bundle our sticks and leave them here for now, as we kind of go forward with these torches.
All right, real quick. As you guys are doing that, Addy Dark, as you begin to head over into this area off to the side, you see as it breaks off into two separate paths. However, one, from what you can tell, you see far, far off in the distance. So I'll make sure I can. You see a light leading down this sort of hallway to the right. It seems to be sort of a reddish sort of lighting to it. To the left and up ahead, you see as there's an elevation in this sort of platform beside you, and it seems to lead into several different directions. The two main ones that you can see seems to be left and right, but from where you are, that's you're struggling to kind of see ahead. You got to get a little bit closer, but you keep in mind you are walking away, or you are sort of separating yourself from the your fellow individuals. So, that being said.
Oh yeah. Keep in line of sight. Don't you worry. Keep in line of sight.
Got you. All right. So as you're watching that area, Gore, we're trying to be stealthy. With a 23, you're able or good enough to go. You would leave yourself to be stealthy as you cling to the shadows and also cling to the wall. Cora, what are you doing off to the side over here?
She was actually trying to follow Addy Dark.
So trying to find Addy Dark. Let's see, how far can you see? You did see as he went further north, but again, without really. Now keep in mind, I have you guys. I gave you guys a little bit of vision, just so like you don't just see a black screen. But keep in mind, it is pitch black in here. Like Cora, you cannot see at the moment. You are blind to that.
So she's gonna be right next to Gore.
All right. You kind of just barely hear the sort of flapping of his wings, but actually, no, probably not even that, honest. You know where Gore kind of is because you saw him before he went stealthy, but you have no idea where you are at the moment.
Hey, Gore, you blind too, Gore, or not?
No. Gore can see. Gore is good money. If Cora tried to walk past him again, Gore would kind of snatch her up and kind of push her up against the wall and motion for her to be quiet.
That being said, Cora, to mention this, here's what happens. You feel, well, Gore, how exactly do you do this?
It's just literally like hemming her up by the collar and like at the same time, like it's like rolling and just putting his finger to his lips to like motion her to be quiet and like sort of like shaking his head like the quiet one's not learning right now.
Cora, you feel all of this happen like in a brief moment. What do you do?
I see who's doing it.
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
That's why I was laughing. It's like you just get yoked up when you walked into the dark.
Oh, man.
It makes perfect sense to me.
11 and a 13. You can probably guess with a 11, it's probably Gore. From the sort of feeling and the sort of shape of his hands and all this other stuff, it's probably Gore.
Would I be able to hear his wings?
No, not at the moment. He is silent as a bat.
I don't know if she would think it would be Gore since she just got hands put on her.
That's it. Do what you want to do.
If she can hear his wings, then it would be more likely it's Gore than some random house, putting his hands on her.
DM just told you could tell it's my hands. These small little sprite hands.
But can she?
But can she really? Sound like Cora about to swing on somebody. That's what I heard.
Or that's all. That's what I'm hearing.
I mean, all I'm saying is if I got yoked up in the cave,
Realistically,
everybody grew up in different hoods. That's all I'm gonna say.
saying because Gore was loud. So if Gore didn't say anything, then she's not gonna believe that was Gore. Because if she can't hear Gore's wings, she damn sure could hear his mouth. And if he
Gore
didn't
about
say
to get
much,
dropped.
then she wouldn't.
Gore's about to get dropped.
So she would like try to like as if you saw like a fly around you. She would try to swat whatever is grabbing her. Like she'll just throw her hands.
Alright. Make an unarmed strike towards Gore.
Jesus. Can it be a disadvantage since I'm super stealthy?
No,
Well, and it's black.
actually, yeah,
That's
I was gonna
targeting.
say, it is with disadvantage. It is with disadvantage, though.
Yeah.
Wait.
can't see
I'm
in
like-
front of
He
you.
did grab her, so he's currently grabbing her. So he gotta
Oh,
know
actually-
where he at.
Nah, it's a straight roll, because I didn't have you have disadvantage for the other stuff, so, yeah. It's a straight roll for you.
Copy.
Keep it consistent.
Straight roll.
Yep. Make sure to target Gore and all that.
Alright.
Oh my
Gore,
So,
if you get the whack.
Gore.
Oh, man.
Get the boom, and then I got my bonus action too. So
Oh, man. Oh, no, Gore
What
about to
goes
get
on with
thwacked.
folk nowadays?
That being said, you immediately sort of swat out towards the individual, and Gore, you take immediately 3 points of bludgeoning damage. As you're swatted off to the side, you crash into the rocks, and that being said, you see as Cora is just sort of flailing about, and she seems aggressive. She doesn't seem to know that you're there. Can't really see. But after you get swatted into the rocks, what are you doing?
and I see Gore now.
Well, you did sort of, your hand did connect. I mean, you kind of were able to tell like it was Gore, but you weren't necessarily 100% sure. That being said, from literally hitting him or in hitting that small of a sort of frame, you're definitely able to tell like either this is just some other floating goblin or something like that, or some other flying creature, or it's probably Gore.
He would probably tell Gore after he crashed and made a noise that he should be quiet because this is in the cave and they don't want anyone hearing them and try to attack.
Gore continues with his stealth. He has now abandoned the team. He's now watching Addy because people aren't listening to him today. Gore is going to maintain his stealth and dip out of here.
Oh my god. That being said, Gore, you begin to traverse forward.
It's terrible. Cora's in the middle of the cave, blind.
Girl blind, bro. Girly blind.
You just begin to see, or you look towards the figure or whatever where it is, and then it's just gone. It's just gone. You don't sense
and
anything.
the thing is, I just saw that whole exchange.
Yes.
I'm just watching them.
Yes,
Fucking
you did.
idiots.
and Gore looks right at you and is just like shaking his head like. Gore looks terribly irritated.
Addy probably
This is
could
your
have said
first stealth
something.
mission, huh?
He's just in silence.
This is your first stealth mission, huh? It's your first stealth mission, huh? Okay, gotcha. First time in a cave.
Oh man.
Hit you with
By the
that
way,
first
are
time?
you saying this out loud or are you whispering?
Oh my gosh. Saying it to myself. What I would tell Cora though is calm yourself.
Can I see who said that?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Can someone get this blind robot out of the... God, I hate Warforges. Get this blind, foolish robot out of this cave. Get out of here, you blind robot. God, I hate Warforges. God, I hate Warforges.
It's all
Bro,
coming back.
It's all coming back. PTSD.
Oh my God, I hate Warforges, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you lucky Lee ain't in here. He was turning the lights like a cop car, bro, with a siren.
Oh my god. That being said, make a perception check with disadvantage again, Cora. And then we're gonna go to the others to see what they're doing. With a 9.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you're saying, did you hear where it came from? Or see where it came from? Which one?
Can I hear like? Do I recognize a voice, or do I can hear a direction where it came from?
Yeah, it's probably like somewhere over here, or maybe over here, maybe over there, somewhere. It's kind of like
Oh, so she don't know. She don't know shit then.
you know
Okay.
a general direction, but like not exactly.
Jesus.
All right.
Jesus.
That said, let's see what's happening back over here. Meanwhile, at the front of the cave, what are you three doing?
I imagine nothing's wrong with us. We're just walking forward with these torches now.
All right.
As they're walking,
hear
Azora
that?
would suggest that we stick to the wall, just in case we get lost in like. She doesn't know how expansive this is, so she would suggest they stick to the wall.
Would we have heard any of what was going on, like the crashes or anything?
It wasn't like super loud, so probably not, because it was just someone getting bitch slapped, but nah.
Damn. Fair enough. I don't know why our companions ran off. This is foolish. We don't know what's in these caves.
Or is it normal for us to fight like this?
Azora said, "Well,
Normal?
yeah, remember how I told you we had to save you one time?
Yes, I haven't forgotten that.
This is
It was Gore's
kind of
fault.
started like this."
It was probably Gore's fault. We told Gore, Azora told Gore to give a warning and not to venture off too far. And well, all we know is that you guys were taken, so in an area that you weren't supposed to be in.
So we seem to be efficient in fighting other people and efficient with fighting within each other.
The end fighting is something I often try to dissipate. But of course, with such a group, sometimes tempers and egos go unchecked.
It's hard to be around fools.
The thing I've learned most with traveling with others, especially when they're young, is some people like to react, but adults respond.
Word is the knowledge you dropping now, bro?
But that's
Wow.
that's ancient Jaded Dragon proverbs.
Oh, word. I think you just saw that on YouTube recently, bro.
Maybe.
Uh-huh.
Did Kevin Samuel say that?
Oh my
Basically.
god, no.
100%, bro. It's quotable right there.
That sound like Kevin Samuels too.
It's 100% a quotable, bro. Oh my god.
She'll say, let's continue forward.
Are we able to see Cora? Sorry, I don't know why I said it in that voice. Are we able to see Cora?
It seems like the cave branches in two different paths.
We have no idea where Gora and Addie went.
She's just sticking to the wall like she suggested.
Oh wait, y'all can't see me? Damn.
She just sticking to the wall,
Damn.
hoping that she could run into them.
Cora will follow Addy since he's right here.
You can see him though, but
Alright. So real quick, make sure we got this right. So Agni and Azor, they're going to the southern part of the cave, and Cora and Addy Dark and Gore, they're going to the northern part of the cave. Correct?
yeah,
You guys are splitting
he's
up.
on his way.
Wait. So I
Agony.
can't see him. So I guess I would follow
You can
whoever
see
has the light.
You can see Agni and Azor because they have a light. So whatever your token can actually can see, that's what you can actually see. You can't see like around you. I'm just doing that so you're not in complete like pitch black dark. But yeah. So Cora, you could easily enough just walk over to Agni and Azora.
I cannot see Addy.
Oh, Addy,
Correct.
nah, you wouldn't be able to see him at the moment. I mean, you can kind of like after being there for a little bit, you realize like, oh shit, he's there. But yeah. All right. So Cora, you begin to.
You definitely got to cast light.
All right. So you're casting light on or are you casting light on an object or on like a piece of clothing? Where are you casting it on?
I was saying if she couldn't find nobody, she was gonna cast light so she can
okay.
actually see,
Gotcha,
because she could see people.
Yeah. All right.
This mofo done had light the
Wait,
entire time.
Wait, I was like,
You had light this entire time, bro? You had light as a cantrip this entire time, though?
Hold on real quick.
I already had it all freshman year.
Hold up.
Oh my god, son.
She didn't use it. She didn't think she needed it.
That being said, Gore
hold on a second. I would
Go ahead.
for the record, when they passed by me, I would have definitely talked to them before they just completely splunked away, unless y'all were just moving really quickly.
Oh no, she was definitely going along the wall. So
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to see you.
yeah, it's not like
So
I
I'd
knew he
move
was
probably-
coming.
So I'd move about here, and I'd say stay against the
Stop
wall.
About right here, and then I'll tell you stuff.
Yeah, right, probably right there. And I say there's seems to be a well of some sort, but
Token not moving.
Hold
I
up.
don't know.
Give it a second. Do I have it selected? Try again. There you go. Might be just lagging a little bit.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
All right. But anyways, go ahead.
I was gonna say, there's definitely a well ahead, but I guess I don't even know if I would know what a sprite is. Would you even fucking know what a sprite is?
Yeah, you'd probably know, but make a history check for me. So, to refresh, you just double click on your token, and then you look to the left for history. There you go. With a 3, not really, to be honest. You know they exist, and honestly, Gore he may or may not be the first one you've ever actually, met. Maybe.
Okay. The tiny imp kept moving forward.
Imp. Oh, you mean Gore?
Yes. So we shall continue forward, and hopefully we run into him. Good eyes, Addy.
Did he go this way or did he go the other way?
In the other direction. There's two paths here. Y'all cannot see in the dark? How do you fight night creatures?
Azura said, "This
In the light.
why you
Quite-
keep going into my
quite-
body?"
It's quite bright where I'm from.
What about me?
Yeah, every time I move, you keep moving to me.
Nah, bro, my shit is delayed. I don't see where anything's at.
Like, it was real quick.
You can just refresh and rejoin and all that.
Alright, let me do that.
So yeah, she would say, in any time I've had to fight in the dark, I just either stay near a light source or create one of my own. As she lifts the torch. Luckily, we have Agni here.
Not sure how deep this cave goes. I'm gonna continue forward with the sprite.
Gore, real quick. Make a perception check. Whoa there, hold up.
Whoa.
Oh, I got you.
My bad.
You're good. Alright, Gore. Oh, I said Gore, not Cora. My bad.
Oh, my bad.
Nah, that's my fault. Alright, with a 12, Gore, here's what you see off to the side. Look over here. You see... Alright, hold up, and one more off to the side here. You see these two individuals rushing forward.
Rushing forward in our direction, or just rushing forward out? Just there? Okay, got you. Copy.
Great.
Oop, my bad. Sorry about that. Alright. That said, that information is yours. They didn't seem to notice you when you dashed on by, though. Or yeah.
Gore would slide over to within range of Addy and be like, "Furry one, there's more of those green orcs ahead. Let them know. Gore's going to keep watch." And yeah, he would go watch where it is, where they were coming from. Make sure there's no more coming through.
All right. Keeping a watchful eye. That being said, Gore, you're ever vigilant here. Addy Dark, you are walking towards Gore at this point, right?
Yeah. Yes, that's correct.
All right. So you can just move your
Well, he
token.
did say that to me as I was walking, you know.
Okay. Yeah, so you stop by Gore.
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys are just sitting here over here, right?
Well, nah. If
Yeah.
if he said Gore was that way, I think Azora would be like, well, let's follow.
All right. You guys can move your tokens wherever you wish, and I will react and tell you what you guys find.
But we all see that glowing well over there, right?
Yeah, you guys easily enough see this sort of well off to the side. If you want to get closer,
we
and
should
look at
ran-
that.
I think we should investigate what's up ahead.
I agree.
She was saying, Addie said Gore was the other way. You want to leave him alone?
I think someone should go get God and tell him to come this way.
He left us alone. What's the difference?
That is very much true.
That is correct. However, I've seen this play out, or not. How she would say, however, I could foresee how this might play out. And in order for us to have the best chance of success, it is best we move as a larger group in a strange location than to be fractured and splintered amongst the darkness.
I agree, and I've told Gord this multiple times, yet he does not listen.
You guys seem to know each other best, at least until I can regain my memories. I'll follow your lead on this.
She said, Zaman, the well will always be here. Our allies, however, could be in grave danger. And
God constantly puts himself in danger. When will he learn? When he listen?
She'll say.
This comes from the dude who's been corrupted 4 times already.
She'll say most
Just been high today, boy.
She'll say most likely not soon enough, my good friend. And then she'll make her way up north.
Hey, Gore and Addy. Stop right there, Zora. Hey, Gore and Addy. Well, Gore, I know you're stealthing. Addy, are you hiding anywhere, or are you just standing about?
Oh no, I'm just standing about. I figured I'm the one with night vision right now. Seems like everybody's just blind. I feel like I got advantage.
Good to go. So, real quick, here's what you see coming around the corner. You see these individuals if you look over here. That being said, you look as they seem to be in a kind of formation. They seem to be looking around the entire area, weapons at the ready. You have a quick moment to do or react to do something. What are you doing? Are you just standing your ground? Are you getting or hiding off to the corner? Are you yelling or saying something to Gore? What are you doing in this moment? Quick second
I am yelling. Prepare yourself for battle. There's more. And then I'll start turning.
God.
All right. That being said, the individuals will. You said you're yelling that out, right?
Oh yeah, that was a yell for sure. I'm not very stealthy at this moment in caves, especially since we already fought 2. Like I'm just trying to clear them out at this point. Like if this is the first sighting, maybe I'd be stealthy, but I already seen 2. I seen what 2 and one of them hit me already, and I got hit by one. Oh no.
I hit by one.
Nah.
Whoa.
I got hit by one. No,
my
we fighting
goodness.
them. I'm fighting them. I don't know if you fighting them, but I'm fighting them.
That being said, you see as the individuals with their great axes at the ready, some of them with javelins and whatnot, they begin to look towards you as you yell out towards them. And with that, oh man, y'all souls are shackled again, and the time for battle is again. That being said, I need each and every last one of you to roll initiative. Here we go.
Jesus Christ.
I'm still loading in.
Can Gore hold his stealth, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, don't worry. So I have a couple things, Gore, because you are past their passive stealth. If you want to take a surprise round, you can. If you want to just or not take your surprise round and wait, then you kind of also can do it. Keep in mind, I mean, I guess it's completely up to you whether you want to take your surprise round or not.
Oh, we're all rolling initiative? Oh, my fault.
Yep, here we go. Cowabunga it is.
Fitting.
I'm not
Fitting.
I'm not loaded into Foundry yet, but I'll send you what I rolled on D&D Beyond.
I got you.
30.
All right. That said, Gore, you taking your surprise round, or you keep it as you will? If you take your surprise round, that means you basically take your surprise, and then afterwards, then you take your second turn right after.
Yeah, well, can Gore wants to use his surprise to like sort of like, if Gore comes, where can Gore come that everybody will
Where everybody can what?
see him for a moment, so he can relay a message to all the rest of the team. Is there a spot where that he can be seen? You know what I'm saying? I know they're all.
Well, you can't necessarily. You don't know how far they can see. You know they have a torch, so you're probably gonna want to just get closer to the torch and then hope they kind of see you, because you don't know exactly what they see. You don't see through their eyes or anything. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I'm going to move.
But is
here.
That before you do anything? Are you taking your surprise round to do all that stuff though?
Yes. I'm gonna do also the surprise round to try to. Gore is gonna use this for reconnaissance and then get back to where he was.
Okay, gotcha. I know what you mean.
As close as he can get back to where he is and ready to attack. So.
All right.
So Gore is gonna zoom in over here.
So that is your movement. Go for it. Make your movement action.
Because I can move 45 feet in total, right? So I can move 15 more feet back, right? All right.
Yep.
So Gore is gonna come and pop up, and he's gonna come into the light. And he's gonna like, first the quiet one, and now the furry one. Gore told you there were more orcs here. I've been watching ahead. Ready yourself. They're looking for us, and he's already started too much. And Gore's like, this way. Stay along the walls. Maybe we can surprise them. And Gore would go back to here, and he would stay in the shadows and try to ready. Can he ready an attack, or can he?
He can attack right now if he wants to. If he has a ranged weapon. Does Gore have a ranged weapon? I don't think he does.
Nah,
he
Gore's
doesn't.
not.
So
Gore's not.
yeah, if you want to ready your action to like swing to the closest person to you, if they get like close enough, then yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Or you can choose to dodge if you want.
He's gonna ready the action to attack the nearest person that comes to him. So.
All right. That being said,
The nearest person, the nearest person to a. As a matter of fact, he's actually gonna take the dodge attack. He's gonna take the dodge attack for them. Dodge action.
Smart. That being said, all right. Let's get this. So, as this begins to happen, as the multiple individuals begin to swarm off to the side, heeding that of Adidark's sort of challenge, you see as they begin to swarm out. However, Gore, you have a chance to react for one brief moment. As you receive initiative, as you're at the top of the round. Anything else you would like to do? You have your action, bonus action, and movement. And if you ever want to, I guess you can make a martial check as well.
Well, yeah. First, let's make a martial check. We haven't made one of those. So.
All right.
What is that?
What is
it for him now that I switched?
No longer wisdom. It's actually intelligence.
Intelligence.
And you have expertise in as a blood hunter. Cause that's your shit. 18 plus 4. That is a 22. That being said, all right, with a 22, you have multiple abilities. This or to identify from the orc. If you want to identify an ability, you can identify hit points, armor class, or anything like that. The orcs or corrupted ones seem to have 3 attacks: great axe, javelin, or aggressive. If you don't want to identify any of those, you can identify like hit points or anything like I said earlier.
Let's identify the aggressive, I guess.
All right, aggressive means as a bonus action, the orc can move up to its speed towards a hostile creature that it can see. Basically meaning it can dash as a bonus action. So these guys close distance, and they close distance fast.
All right. Am I still stealthy if I move?
From what you can tell, yeah, you believe yourself to be stealthy at this moment, you know?
Alright, and if Azura can, he'll yell over, these orcs won't stop until they're dead. Unfortunately, they chose violence for the night. And Gore would go closer here, and he would ready the dodge still.
Alrighty. That said, well, let me add some onto the initiative. Also, have you been able to join Foundry yet or not?
Nah, it's still on the black screen, black anvil. But I rolled a 18. I could roll everything in.
I got you already added and everything. I don't see you in the thing to even just be able to drag you over. Yeah, you're gonna wanna, maybe refresh again and also make sure to, everything seems working on our end, so it might be something over there. But make sure to not like alt tab out of the screen, as that doesn't load anything, or it just makes it load slower. Try that.
Okay.
All right. So Gore, is that your turn, or is that all you're doing for now?
That is his turn right now, because I can't bonus action anything. Yeah.
All right. That said,
That's his turn.
this individual is going to immediately begin to ready himself and charge towards you all. He's going to use his movement action, 30 feet, as he begins to go a little closer. He's going to use his bonus action to move another 30 feet, and he's gonna get, he's gonna get about right here. That said, you see as he's going to take his great axe and he's going to swing forward towards Addy Dark. One single attack. Let's see if you will perish. Oh boy. Swing. Ooh, and that is a miss. With a natural 1, you see as he swings forth, and as the challenge is challenge is thrown out, Addy Dark, you immediately is just able to simply sidestep out of the way from his attempt. That is his attack, and that is his turn. Second individual, he's going to do the same. 30 feet. And he's going to dash over here. At this point now, Gore, you jump out or jump out of the area, and you're able to use your held action to swing at this creature. He is now in your range. Or actually, no, you're dodging. Never mind.
Yeah, no, you're good. Dash. Yeah, dodging.
Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. That being said, he will see you, and he will also see you, and will begin to speak out in this sort of language again that you don't really understand. Mixing a little bit of Orcish, but also some other crazy sort of thing. That being said, he's going to make an attack roll towards you, Gore. Or actually, yeah, you're right in front of him. He can pretty much see you. All right, great axe attack. Ooh, 23 to hit, and that's gonna be big damage for a total of 11 to hit.
Whoa.
Disadvantage.
Your boy took that dodge action. Boy took the dodge action.
One more time. Let's see if it pulls through. Roll one more time. Did it work? Nope. Target. Drag this also here. There we go. One more time.
Another one.
Oh no.
Jeez.
Another one.
21 and a 23. It'll take the 21, but it's 15 points of damage. Doesn't seem to matter much. Gore, you are knocked unconscious with one single strike.
Hot damage.
That being said, you see he rips that of the great axe out of Gore's sort of stomach that completely nearly cleaves him in two, and then he looks towards his next target in Addy Dark. That said, oh boy, here we go. Next up in oh wait, hold up. I might be an idiot. Oh wait, I think I messed up. Gore, you might actually be alive.
That's always good to hear.
That's
what I love to hear. That's what I love.
Because I rolled initiative for every last one, and I can't fucking redo it. Son of a bitch. Alright, I'll tell you what, because I already said it. Alright, here's what you guys need. I'm gonna have one of you roll a D100, and this is what this determines, whether all the orcs are going on one initiative or they're just going on their separate initiative. So, all you gotta do is roll above a 30 and whatnot, so you have a 70% chance. So, who wants to roll the D100? Or I'll say, actually, you gotta roll above a 20.
Definitely.
Gore's
definitely
fate. Let
Gore's
Gore do it. There we go.
Jesus, 99. All right. So redact all of that stuff. I made a mistake. You do not take any hits or damage because he is not here yet. All right. So we're gonna bring this guy back over here. My bad. Yeah. For some reason, I thought I only had initiative rolled for 1, so we were just using group initiative. So you're good to go for now. But now you know exactly how much damage that they're capable of dishing out. So, Zaman, you receive initiative. You are still at the moment dealing with Foundry issues, trying to load back in. Correct?
Correct. I refreshed and I'm reloading everything. I guess. I can see everything on your stream. So
Gotcha,
I guess
gotcha.
I would move up, like hearing, I guess what Gore said. I would start moving in that direction and see if I see anything.
All right. You got about. I'm gonna move you beside Azora. You have 15 feet of more, or 15 more feet of movement if you want to go closer.
Copy. Am I able to see that orc yet, or?
Hold up. No, not yet. So I'm gonna drag you a little bit closer. I'm gonna drag you to the point where you can see the orc. It will take you your full movement if you want to do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I do have a torch, if that helps.
Oh, you have a torch. Okay. It'll help a little bit, but not much. 20. All right, you have like an extra. Oh wait, hold on. Nah, you still gotta go the sort of full length. That being said, you're able to see the orc, and he seems to be locked in battle between Gore and Addydark. What would you like to do in this moment?
I'm going to Thorn Whip him and see if I can crash him into one of the walls as I pull him closer.
All right. That said, make an attack, or I will make the attack roll for you. Over on here. Unless you can do it through Found or D&D Beyond and all that stuff.
I could do it in D&D Beyond. Just give me a second.
All right, I got you. It'll probably take longer, but at least you get to do it on your end, you know?
Yeah. Alright, so...
That said, while that's happening, Core, you were after the next corrupted one, and right after that, Addydark, you were right after Cora. Nice.
Yeah, give me one second. I have to log into D&D Beyond. I don't know. Everything kicked me out because I closed everything. But
I got it
you
for
can
at least
roll
this
it.
turn, yeah. Alright.
Yeah, go ahead.
That said, Thorn Whip attack. Going towards him. Natural 13, 18 to hit, and dealing 2 points of piercing damage to him. And you're trying to pull him forth, throwing him into the wall. Alright, so as the whip begins to wrap around him, almost mechanical in nature, you wrap around his neck and sling him forward into the wall with all your strength. And as you do, roll a d4. It seems to be more so like this sort of gravity or low gravity is assisting with this, but 2 points, extra 2 points of damage, not bad. It does definitely help out a little bit. As you send him forth crashing into the wall, eventually it begins to unwrithe around his neck and return back to your arm. That said, Zaman, that is your action. You have a bonus action and movement. He's barely injured, but he did take a little bit of damage.
Copy. I think that will end my turn.
All right. That said, next up in initiative is the second corrupted one. All right, he is going to dash off to the side over here, and he is going to ready his javelin, and he is just going to chuck it towards probably Addydark, and then continue moving forward with his bonus action. That said, let's see what you got. Features javelin. That is a 15 to hit and 6 points of damage, and whew, as the javelin is thrown directly towards you, you see as it enters into your abdomen, and you feel as if almost your vision is sort of fading and you're barely standing on. You are near death, Addydark, but you are still holding on strong, but barely. That said, the individual will use his bonus action to move up closer and close the gap. You see as he begins to reach out towards the great axe and ends his turn. That said, Cora, you receive initiative. You hear the sounds of battle off to the side, and you hear bits of yelling. What would you like to do?
Cora would move up a little bit because she wants to stay within the light. So she'll probably go like right here because that's between the two people, the two niggas that got lights. And I think Jamar has a light too. Right?
Didn't you cast light on yourself?
No.
Yeah, you do.
No, I was gonna cast light if I didn't see you guys because I saw you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
But Zaman has a light, right? Like a stick.
Yeah, I have a torch.
So then I could see this nigga over here. All right, so then, I'm gonna do what happened?
No, keep on going.
We all just keep going. Just keep going. We all know. We all know.
Already.
Just keep on going.
He hit it, bro. He hit it. That's what it is.
Addy Dark, you received an inspiration point from chat. Oh boy.
Comedy.
Comedy.
Was I not supposed to move?
God. We all know.
Was I not supposed to move?
No, you're good. You're good.
Bro, we'll talk about it later, bro. You got it. Just play, bro. You got it, bro.
Alright, well, if it's my turn, I'm gonna assume it's my turn. I'm gonna do Toll of the Dead.
Mm-hmm. All right, Toll of the Dead on the individual. You raise your hand forth, and you see as it begins, or the individual's eyes begin to black for a moment, and you watch as bits of black ink begin to spill out of it. Cast the spell towards them, and let's see exactly if they're able to resist. Oh
Go.
boy, the bell tolls.
Target until I did target him.
Did you? Yeah. Try it again. Oh boy.
I target him again. Alright.
Alright. That being
Let's target one less. It's saying I'm not targeting him, but I'm definitely targeting him.
I got you. Yeah, see, I think it may be because you have Gore targeted as well. You may have not untargeted him, but I got you. So, Toll the Dead, boom. This is the versatile damage. He's gonna make a wisdom saving throw. He will fail with that wisdom saving throw, but let's redact the damage because it's a little bigger. And 6 points of damage anyways. That said, as the individual begins to, or as you watch as his eyes begins to bleed this sort of black ichor, you also hear that of this strange bell begin to emanate across the entire area. As it echoes for a brief moment in time, you see as he begins to almost drop down to his knees. He definitely seems to be hurt and damaged, but he is still alive nonetheless. Good round. Cora, that is your action. You have you have a bonus action and a little bit of movement. Anything else?
Yeah, she will move here, and that's it.
All right. Dive behind a little bit of the wall for a little bit of cover. That said, next up in initiative, Addy Dark, what would you like to do? You are surrounded by multiple individuals from all sides, and they seem to be attacking, or they seem to be mainly attacking you. That said, it's looking rough. Your choice. You have your action, your bonus action, and your movement.
I guess I will. I'm gonna attempt to sweet kick with an attack the badly injured one.
All right. So make an attack roll towards this individual, and you try to sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg.
That's what you got.
Got a sweet kick. Going for the sweet kick here.
Maybe 14. It will just barely hit him, and it will do just the amount of damage that you need. 5 points of damage. As you try to sweep kick him directly to the ground, you see as he drops down and his back begins to sort of crack. He loses that all the sort of breath within him. And how do you want to finish him off, or to kill him?
Oh, I can like fatality him.
If you want to.
That's what's up.
That being said, you don't have to kill him if you don't want to. You can do, or now I can introduce this for you. So whenever you knock or you hit somebody, typically with a melee attack, you can choose to just knock them unconscious. So if you want to like maybe speak to them later, you can always do that. Or if you want to just, again, or kill them lethally, you can, as you said, fatality them.
Yes, they will. I will be stomping this orc's head into the ground.
That being
You already knew
said,
what the answer was.
yeah, I knew. That being said, you
It's
sweep the
about-
leg and you immediately just curb stomp his head completely in. And
Yeah.
as it does, you see the sort of astral light begins to spread out into the ground, and as he is dead. That being said, good stuff. No longer live. Oh, let me remove this thing over here. Boop. All right, that is your action. You have a bonus action. Now, Addy Dark, keep in mind there are multiple individuals on the way. You can do as you wish, but I only recommend this because you are new. It seems to be that you are in a little bit of a predicament. With 3 of these individuals approaching you, they also seem to be able to hit a lot or very, very hard. Now, as a Shifter Barbarian, you have 2 options you could probably do, or 3 options. You can just let it ride and sort of try to save your resources for later and hope that it works out in the end, gamble a little bit. Or you can try to enter that of ferocious rage and reduce the oncoming damage towards you. That is one way. A third option could be to shift into your other form as you gain a little bit of temporary HP, which is basically you gain a little bit more hit points to defend from the blows. But then you also shift, as in you assume that little wear state that we mentioned before with all those animals. So gamble
Gotcha.
and hope they don't hit you. Rage or 3 shift. Which one do you want to do?
I'm gonna shift because I didn't shift yet. And,
Alrighty.
I'm always about just trying things.
That said, let's see what you got. So I got the button for you. All right, so at this moment in time, as you begin to see as multiple enemies are surrounding your position, you see that things are getting dire, and immediately you call upon that of the or sort of ancestry within to shift your form. At this moment in time, what is the animal that you're not necessarily turning into a specific animal, but which rare creature are you trying to sort of resemble?
Bear.
All right, at this
Through the
moment in
cave.
time,
I feel
yeah.
like a werebear's perfect.
Hell yeah. That being said, at this moment, Gore, Zaman, and Azora, you guys can also all see as Addy Dark's form begins to slowly shift and manifest. You see as the skin on his hair, the hair on his skin begins to slowly almost lengthen and thicken. At this moment in time, his form begins to become almost more massive or almost grizzled. At this point in time, you also see as multiple claws begin to form amongst your hands. And as that happens, you are now shifted, and I will give you your temporary HP. Good stuff, buddy. All right. Actually, it is your level plus your Constitution modifier, and all that stuff. Shifting feature. Oh, and you also get another D6. So let me explain all these features to you. So first things first. Okay. Addy Dark, I need you to go to the bottom right of your screen and roll a D6 for me. It is the square-looking icon at the bottom right. And after that, you're just gonna hit roll. And let me get you the temp HP for this. It is
I just saw it. There it is.
Oh boy, quick math.
D6.
Yep, D6. And then that should also add on to that as well. Oh my god. And then also your armor class raises up by another. Whew. It is in the...
Oh, I gotta hit the roll button.
Yeah,
I gotta
there
hit
you
the
go, there you go.
Duh. Alright. Why is it not rolling?
It's
Duh.
like,
Okay.
waiting for it. All right, that being said, an extra 5.
Giant.
So you now have 9 temporary HP. Now let me explain how 9 or temporary HP and stuff works. So essentially the way it works is that temporary HP is like, imagine in like a video game, you know how you have like shields and stuff like that, where they have to sort of damage through the little shield, and then they can actually start hitting your actual health. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what temporary HP is, for the most part, in a nutshell. So
if they hit over the shield, does it then take damage?
Yeah.
Like it like tramples over?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That said, I'm trying to change.
I can still move.
Armor. Yeah, you can still move. I'm trying to change
move.
your armor class in the meantime, but go ahead, do what you want to do.
I'm just gonna move in front of Gore and be like, stand behind me in a snarling baritone.
All right, good stuff. That said, all right, your character sheet or your character token is good to go, and that is your turn, I believe. Alrighty, next up in initiative, we have multiple individuals swarming closer towards you. You'll see as the orcs begin to growl, and as they have this sort of strange astral light, you'll see as they begin to almost screech out. And as they do, they break out into a sort of almost rabid sort of speed, closer and closer towards you. Oh man, you're the closest individual they can get to, my man. You're not in a good sort of area. This individual is going to dash off to the side. He's going to notice the likes of Zaman, Azora, and the rest of you. And he is going to climb up to about right here with his bonus action. And he is going to chuck a javelin, closest person being towards Zaman. All right. Oh boy, wait, hold up. I did a thing. I did it again. God damn it. I did the thing again where they're both going at the same time. Oh no, they're right after one another, but still I gotta make sure I'm doing that right. Alright. Howdy Dark. This guy is going to swing his great axe towards you. Make an attack roll. That's a 13, that will miss. So you see as he's almost sort of taken aback looking at this sort of almost werebear state, he tries to swing, however, you're able to immediately dodge out of or off to the side as your reaction speed has almost become increased. That said, that's all he can do. Now this individual is going to dash over here, and now he's going to try to send a javelin towards Zaman. Alright. Attack roll going towards you. Ooh, 21. That will hit, dealing 6 points of damage. Zaman, as it is sent flying towards you, you immediately see as bits of your sort of scrap metal begins to almost break in. It seems to be almost sort of sparking. It seems that though her design and whatnot was strong, it definitely seems a little bit could be a little bit better. That said, 21 to hit and 6 points of damage. That is that individual's turn. Azora, you receive initiative. You see as a javelin begins to strike forth towards Zaman, and you know the direction that it came from, off over here. I believe Kane may be gone, so we may have to skip his turn and come back to him.
No, I'm right here.
Oh, okay, you're good. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sure.
So she has no clue what's going on. You know, Gore came over here, said there's some orc somewhere, and then flew off into the darkness. So she has no clue where he went. She can't even see.
You have a torch, remember?
Yeah, I see it on my screen. I'm only describing what I can see up to the length I can see. She has no clue where Addy Dark went, or he turned into a bear. So, she did see that javelin come off and tink off of Zaman, but she has no real clue with general direction. So I'm gonna roll perception check to kind of see if she can figure out.
All right. That being said, or make a perception check. This is with advantage because of sight.
Okay.
I will take that 15. And what were you looking for again?
If she could tell like general direction, like where it came from.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You didn't even need to roll for that one. It is in this general direction over here.
Okay, so seeing that tink off of him, she's gonna tell Agni to follow her light in this way.
All right.
Agni would nod.
That says Agni nods. You begin to march forth towards the creature. All right, let's see what you got, Azora.
So about standing here, she'll notice this big giant bear.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's going to assume, because Gore's behind it, that she doesn't know that's Addy, but she's going to assume this bear's on our side. She takes one more step forward, and seeing the guy.
Yep.
She's going to take a strike at him.
All right. Let's bring the sword out, unsheathing it for a brief moment. See what you got.
Yeah. Oh, she has to leave it unsheathed because she's had the torch in the other hand.
Gotcha.
So nothing cool, but yeah, she's just gonna go get the swinging.
All right, attack roll. Oh no!
Yeah. She was distracted by that bear.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. That being said,
and that's all she'll do for her turn.
Dang, no DM's inspiration or nothing.
And that's
That said, you swing forth, and it is. Oh, somewhere back one. Oh, V, I got him. That being said, you swing forth and try to strike towards him. And as you do, again, you're more distracted on the sort of creature off to the side and worrying if they're kind of on their side and keeping a sort of keeping a watch on them. That said,
Yeah, she's kind of worried for Gore.
Yeah. That said, that is your turn. Next up in initiative, Agni. What would you like to do?
It's gonna follow Azura's instructions. Make its way behind her. I'm gonna do a martial check to see do these orcs have any discernible weaknesses that you would be able to like exploit.
All right, make a martial check.
Got a
Ooh, Jesus. A 4 plus your background with expertise being 8. Nah, that's still not gonna cut it.
Okay. I will then, I guess, use my action to cast Produce Flame at this one that's fighting Azura.
Alright. As you begin to hold your hand out and begin to light it aflame, sending a bolt towards him, make an attack roll. Or is it a saving throw? It's an attack roll.
It's an attack.
16 to hit, 4 points of damage. That's enough to do a little bit towards it, and you see as bits of his armor begins to set aflame before he immediately just pats it out. As it happened, he just begins to get angrier and angrier. That said, that's your action, your martial check, and your movement. Anything else is a bonus action, or is that your turn?
Azura, there's another opening. If you just look right under his armor, he should be vulnerable. And he'll bonus action help Azura again.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
You got it. So, Azura, you now have advantage on your next attack roll. That being said, next up in initiative, return back towards Gore. Gore, at this point, you watch as Addydark begins to shift into this strange sort of almost werebear, but you also see as multiple orcs are swarming in from all sides. What would you like to do? Also, don't forget to unmute.
Don't old man me, okay? Don't old man me. No, but no, do they see me where I'm at out of curiosity, or if I popped out?
They see you.
Like in struck one. Okay. Asking, and both of them are uninjured. Gore would go right here, and he would strike. I guess we're boxing now. Furry one. It wasn't just for show. Impressive. And
Not bad. Good swing. 21 to hit. It only still does 2 damage, but it all adds up. You swing forth with the katana, however, it's not able to do it's not able to make purchases doing the amount of damage you want it to do. It's definitely, or seems to be, or require a little bit of strength. One that you don't possess, but you don't possess it yet. However, a 21 to hit and 2 points of damage, you're able to cut him off to the side, and you see as you leave a huge gash across his jaw. That said, anything else you want to do, Gore?
Gore is trying to see, can he martial check to see what's so different?
What's so different about
these
who?
particular green orcs? If there's anything different, if there's something different, if there's anything different about these green orcs when he's used, sort of like just assessing.
Yeah. Make a martial check, and this is an intelligence check for you. If you're going against the Hunter's Bane, so that's expertise. 10 plus 4, 14. Yep, that'll be enough. So, trying to discern what's the difference between them. So, there's not much, from what you can tell, tactics-wise, from what they're using and what's different from them. However, they do seem to have a different language that, even with a 14, you would not be able to even put a name to whatever language it is. But, that said, from what you can tell, they seem to just be more of like, you have your memory as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They seem to be more of like this sort of corrupted humanoids from the very, very, very first encounter of Sands of Sin in the tavern.
Got you.
Alright.
So Gore would yell out, Gore would yell out, they're like the ones from the bar before. Little ones, the corrupted is here as well. Yeah. and then he can't bonus action. Nah, I can't. I don't got any bonus action. So, because that curse of binding is only one a day, right?
Yep, and y'all haven't rested
Or
yet.
is it
Oh
just a
man.
Yeah.
All right,
Such
that's
is
it.
life, bro. Such is life.
That do be life. That said, next up, in the round, we have Zaman. What would you like to do?
Zaman would attempt to position himself behind Agni, kinda, and he's going to try to Thorn Whip the one right in front of Addy Dark into the one right in front of Azora.
All right. That said, I'll make the attack roll for you. So one by Addy Dark into the one by Azora. All right, Thorn Whip coming towards him. 16 to hit and 3 points of damage. As you send the whip directly towards him, it wraps around him again and begins to collide into the other orc beside him. That said, all right, they'll split the damage between this D4. And it's only one, so he will be the only one to take 1 point of damage. But that said, it's a good effort. Or you watch as the thorn begins to retract, and as it does, is that your turn, or you got anything else for us?
Yeah, he's just gonna stay behind Agni, and he's going to say, "You need to dispatch them quickly. We're running on low fumes." Would that be the end of his turn?
All right. That said, this individual off to the side is going to look at this sort of werebear state of Adidark. However, he will scoff and immediately grab his great axe and try to take you down all the same. That said, let's see what he's got. Great axe attacks going towards you. 13, no, he will not be able to do it. That being said, as he tries to steal his resolve, he swings forth and it embeds itself into the stone off to the side as you dodge out of the way. No effect. That is his go. Next up, we have Cora. What would you like to do? You're hiding behind this rock, sort of taking cover, and you see as all of your allies begin to dash forward. Daryl, you there?
Here.
There you go.
There.
Let's see. So we gonna target that nigga, that dude.
You're fine. He caught it this time. He tried.
Dude,
You're fine.
It made it worse.
dude.
Hilarious. Someone's gonna get a stern talking to.
Hey, let Cora live her best life, bro.
That being said, you target the other individual and you see as almost a similar thing begins to play out. Their eyes begin to black and they hear a bell above or in their mind. They will fail, taking a little bit of damage. However, gotta do roll a d12 for me, Daryl.
Copy.
Cause he is, oh wait, is he injured? Yeah, he is. 5 points. That said, he takes 5 points of damage as he begins to almost begin to sort of crack and tear. Azora, you up close begin to hear that of his bones being ripped apart from the inside. It's a horror, or it's sort of eerie, sort of strange sight. That being said, Cora, that is your action. You have a bonus action and a movement. Anything else, or is that your turn?
She's gonna stay right here, between these little pillars or whatever this wall is, and that's it.
All right. That said, Addy Dark, you receive initiative. So you just saw as this creature, just begin to take his great axe and try to, take your entire head off. However, he hasn't had much luck. That said, you have your action if you want to dodge, if you want to hit, or anything you possibly could think of. What you got for us? You're muted if you're saying anything.
Heavy muted. Just
Heavy muted.
talking into the nothing.
Nah, we can't hear you.
Can't hear you at all, sir.
No.
You hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah.
There you go. Nope. As soon as whatever you pressed again, that changed it.
One second.
Yep.
Alright,
Now
we
we
got
can
this.
hear you.
Now you're good.
There you go. The classic
God damn it.
Discord problems.
Hold on. Y'all just messed with me. Okay, wait. All right, so now you can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good, because just saying, very elusive bear. I'm pissed off. I'm gonna unarmed strike him, I guess. Yeah. I have to target him though. Damn it.
There you go. So double right click for the target.
There you go. Target. There we go. And then unarmed strike. And I'm going to just get a good one. And if I could, but
that being said, natural one.
Now you over there giving out bear hugs?
So as you try to swing forth towards the individual, it doesn't seem to be, or he doesn't seem to be phased by it. You see as he actually grabs that of your arm and almost begins to twist it, nearly snapping the wrist of it, and throws it backwards. That said,
jeez,
he's had enough had enough of this. Addy Dark, that is your action. You have a bonus action. The only thing you can really do with it is you can choose to rage if you want to. Other than that, maybe save it for later, but choice is yours. What you got for us?
I'll save it for later. Yeah, I'll save it for later.
All right. That being said, let's go to the next one. All right, these individuals. Will this individual be able to hit after the third time of trying to strike Addy Dart? Probably not, but we'll find out. He's gonna swing with his great axe. He is gonna miss again. That being said, describe exactly how you're defending from this guy, because you've dodged, or I don't know whether you like sort of holding his sort of the great axe back. How are you defending yourself in this moment?
Oh, this is just pure. Can they see in the night? I don't even know. I'm just dodging, man. I'm just bobbing and weaving right now.
Easy enough. You see as he swings forth the great axe, it embeds into the stone. You dodge off to the left too fast for him. You see as he tries to swing, almost swinging for your head, decapitating you, and you duck underneath and get ready to come up with an upward strike. That said, he's not having any luck. That is his turn. Next up we have hold on, was that guy? Yep. And then next up we have this guy over here next to Azora. Zora, you see as he begins to grab that of his great axe, and with a sort of swing over the head motion, he will try to take your head off as well. No remorse. Great axe attack coming towards you. Ooh, natural 12 for 17 to hit. Deals 7 points of damage. It's gonna leave a mark, but you are still alive and well. That said, bits of blood begins to spill out onto the ground, and you almost have to right yourself. That is that guy's turn, and Azora, you can have an answer as you receive initiative. What you got for us? You're muted.
Yeah, the mute demon.
Yeah,
is
you can
crazy
see.
today.
You can see she got a bit distracted by the bear, and that distraction definitely, it was a mistake. She let her guard down just slightly off of the worrying about gore. But as she receives that hit, she focuses up again, and she consume. So I'm trying to second wind, and it's asking me 2 questions: consume available usage or consume resource.
Yeah, just make sure both of them are checked and you're good.
Okay.
All right, second wind. Begin to sort of breathe and begin to hone in on your senses, and as you do, well, unless you have a different way, because I know Azora sometimes it differs whenever she uses the second wind.
Nope, that's just regular level 1 second wind.
Gotcha. As it begins to happen, you breathe in and begin to focus for a brief moment in time. That is your bonus action. You have a normal action. What else you got for us?
And then now that she focused, she glances up at the what's his face? At the orc, and for a brief moment, her eye begins to like glow up, her oculi eye, as it begins to frost over, as she goes slices again with the Frostbrand katana.
You got it. Make an attack roll for me. 13 to hit. That is going to deal 12 points of damage to him. That said,
And so,
how do you want to?
So yes. So as she takes the hit, looks over, looks back at him, focuses herself, closes her eyes. She opens it back up, and again, that one eye glasses over. And as she goes to, she goes straight for a stab instead of a slice, something she rarely does. And as the blade enters into the orc, you see the orc start to freeze over, kind of like you know how Sub-Zero does a fatality.
Yeah.
The orc freezes over, and then as she pulls out the sword, she hits it with she like taps it with the hilt, and the orc shatters.
That being said, one thing of note, you do actually watch as the orc sort of or freezes over with the ice. Two things. It seems to be that the ice itself isn't blue coming from Azora. Instead, it seems to be more of, again, that sort of astrolite of the handful of blues, but mainly the greens and purples as well. Freezing over like the corruption, and immediately it shatters out into millions of tiny pieces. No more. That said, good stuff, Azora. Is that your turn, or you got anything else?
And then she's going to, she'll say, "This one vanquish Agni. Let's move forward." And then she says you can tell she's very focused, and she runs to this one.
All right, good stuff. That said, next up in initiative, we have, Agni, what would you like to do?
He's going to walk up, dragging his scythe, and step all over this dead orc. And you're going to hear him sort of yell out, "The second time's a charm." And he's going to cast Burning Hands again. I think I can hit both of them without hitting anyone.
I think you might have to angle it a little bit. I think you may have to step like off to the side over here or something, or may have to go over here. But
Really?
one or
That's
the
not
other.
15 feet?
15 feet. You can just sort of. Let's just try it out. 15 feet. Yeah, you'll be able to hit it. You'll be able to hit him. All right.
Yeah, that's
it.
both.
Yeah, you'll be good. That's it. You bring up one hand and begin to fire off the burning hands directly towards him. Place the measured template, and let's roll some damage.
I already placed it. It's asked me to place it again.
Yeah, just place it again, just in case. I don't know why it's acting dumb. Now, if it asks you to do it a third time, that's weird.
No, I didn't. I'll just roll it
I'll do it for
normally.
you. On my end. Still asking for it? Don't worry. Roll 3d6 for me. We'll handle it manually.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. 8 points or damage towards him. All right, we're gonna need to make some dexterity saving throws. So first one for the guy right in front. That is a 12. I believe that fails. Second one for the guy in the back. That is a 14. He passes. All right, so he will take half. That said, this individual, 8 points of damage to him. You see at this point blank range, he is almost completely incinerated, left almost, or the little bits of the astral light about him seems to be completely almost eviscerated and taken from him. It seems to be not much of it left at all. However, this individual over here, he definitely seems to take the brunt of it, but not a significant amount to injure him too far. That said, Agni, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's his turn.
All right, good stuff. Next up is Gore. You receive initiative. What would you like to do?
Gore just died.
Oh no.
Yeah, Gore got burning hands. It was crazy, man.
Did
he get hit by the burn hands? I got it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I just got it like Gore just got decimated.
He got
random question, Sensei, why this is being fixed. Remember, I just want for clarity. Did we loot the bodies of the pre? And was there anything on there before? I just want to throw it out there that could be resolved after the.
No, you did
The
not.
previous ones, because remember I asked. Because I rolled,
Yeah,
you told me to
20.
roll for it.
Yeah, he rolled a 20.
Yeah,
I rolled
I
it.
gotcha.
I rolled
For
a
the
24 and we
investigation
never
check,
resolved
yeah,
it. And
I
I
remember
just,
that, yeah. You wouldn't have found much of on, or much on him anyways, besides like javelins and then a great axe. Like a not like a hand axe that you used to have. I'm talking about a two-handed great axe, a massive sort of thing. But yeah. And you would have also found.
I'm just making sure we didn't pick up with some.
Nah.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll cross that bridge in a moment. I just want to make sure there are healing items in there just in case. So, seeing them going to town, we'll go slide right over to here. 21. Finish that one. We'll take care of this one. And gonna go try to give him that work.
All right, make an attack roll for me.
Oh, got you. Oh, Jesus.
All right, 7. Ugh, that's not gonna be able to do it. You try to swing forth, however, you're not able to put in, or you're able to strike him, but you're not able to put enough strength into the blade to deal a significant amount of damage. But it is a hit. That said, with a 7, that's your action. Do you got anything else, or is that your turn?
That is his turn. These damn orcs! You won't last much longer. And yeah, go his turn.
All right. That said, Zaman, you receive initiative. Anything you would like to do for us?
Let's see. Zaman's gonna do the same thing he's been doing. He's going to position himself kind of like behind Azura and thorn whip the one by Addy Dark into the other one.
You got it. Or you send the thorn whip towards him. Let's see what she's got. Ooh, natural 19, 24, dealing 3 points of piercing damage to this guy. And I'm gonna send him forth with the low gravity. Let's see what happens. It's gonna be a D4 split between both of them. So they both take 1 point of damage. And funny enough, that being said, how do you want to kill the other guy that you're ramming the thorn whip into?
That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
That is hilarious. You just see like the other orc run directly into this one. His body just like exposed or turns into like ash from being burned.
Heck yeah. That being said, as he drops down and no longer living, this individual just sort of sits there as he's just completely almost eviscerated his brother, and he looks around just angry as all hell. That said, that is your action. You got anything else for Zaman, or is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right. Next up is Cora. What would you like to do?
Cora's gonna. Sorry.
You good?
She's gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Hell yeah. So, as you begin to get ready, can you see? Yeah, you can see a guiding bolt from here. As you hold both of your hands out, it begins to sort of conjure that of the spell. Your hands begin to light up and immediately fire out towards the orc. Make an attack roll with a guiding bolt. 5. Oh, it's a 10. I got anything else to add to it, maybe, to save it?
No, I don't got anything.
Nah. All right. That being said, with a 10, you see as it definitely does a significant amount of damage, however, not to the creature that you want. You see as it goes flying directly off to the side, almost hitting Agni and crashing into the wall of this part of the cave. That said, no effect, but you have a bonus action and movement. Anything else, or is that your turn?
That'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Next up, Addy Dark, what would you like to do?
Oh, I'm about to get behind this dude and give him a big old bear hug.
Alright. Give him a big old bear hug. That is the long tooth shifter that has that one. You don't have that. Okay. Go for it. Make an attack roll for me.
Where's the normal attack? do I just use the unarmed strike? Is there like a normal attack?
Are you trying to use your great club, or are you trying to punch him?
Literally going to bear hug him to death. Squeeze him.
So if you're trying to do that, here, I'll tell you what. Yeah, we'll flavor it as an unarmed strike. So yeah, just make an unarmed strike towards him. 23, good stuff. Yeah. And that's gonna deal 5 points of damage. So at this point, you wrap your arms around him, begin to just squeeze and bear hug him, choking the living life out of him. You see as he's sort of struggling with all the might he can. However, he is slowly fading and fading and fading. Addy Dark, he's not dead yet, but he's on the edge of it. That said, is that your turn or anything else?
That is it.
All right. That said, this individual. Oh, now it's his turn. Oh boy. Ah, man. Okay. I need to roll something at this point. Alright. Cool. Hey, Agni, roll a, or what's your thing? Roll a charisma saving throw for me.
Oh boy.
Okay.
19. All right. Hey Agni, join Secret's channel for me.
Let's go. Okay.
All right.
All right. Overlay's messed up, but that's fine. So Agni, what you hear as this creature is looking towards you, you watch as the mark on your hand begins to immediately sort of writhe in shadows for a brief moment. You put it off to the side and begin to stop or sort of deal with it another time, but you hear this individual actually speak in your head. You hear the likes of him just sort of saying, "Join us, join." But then you actually begin to sort of pierce through that of the general sort of mad murmurings that you've heard kind of before, or maybe actually in this case the first time, and you begin to hear as they say, "Oh boy, this 5 days, then you join." All right, that being said, that information is yours. And
let me just be clear. He said 5 days and then you join?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. That being said,
down.
I will drag you into the room. Keep in mind, you're the only player that hears this, and no one else.
Okay.
Is off.
All right. There we
It
go.
is quite off.
Oh boy. That said, did it?
We still playing like we at level 4, bro. We level 1.
Hey man, it's not my fault. Y'all said cowabunga.
Yeesh. We.
That said, all right, Agni, that information is known to you. Oh boy. And next up, it's his turn. He is going to. Oh wait, who has which one? Actually. One second. Who has? Yep, I figured it was you. You will see as he looks you directly into the eye, Agni, and then immediately takes the great axe and tries to strike directly towards Azora. All right. Attack roll going towards you, Azora. Let's see what you got. 5. Nah, still not able to hit.
You see her parry the attack.
As you're able to do so, you bring the sword out and begin to parry it, keeping the blade there, waiting for our opportune moment to strike. Funny enough, Azora, it is your turn. What you got for us? Oh, come on!
Word. Such is life.
Yep, that's how it goes sometimes.
You know what's funny? I haven't hit unless Agni's helping me.
Oh my god, bro.
That's literally the only times I've hit.
Damn.
No type
That's
of
crazy.
technique right now, bro. Swords who?
Jeez.
Back in the
Swinging in the
gym.
dark, people going crazy.
Oh, also, Sean, don't forget to turn your camera back on to fix so I can fix the overlay.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know it was off.
Yeah, it takes it off whenever you
Yeah,
join
she
different things.
so as the orc swung at her, she parried. She actually she was kind of, it's been a long time, so she was kind of like blown aback by how the force of that parry. So she wasn't able to place her feet into her stone stance long enough to attack back.
That being said, as you hold the sort of, or almost having that of the blade parried, you see as the great axe is just sort of standing above it, and as you're trying to hold your ground as strong as you can, Zora, as you're doing anything else, or are you passing it over to Agni?
Yep, that's so then she'll say, Agni, now, as like she goes to parry that attack.
All right, let's see what you got, Agni. What you doing?
Agni's going to take his scythe and normally does like a horizontal swing, but this time he's coming down straight vertically.
Alrighty, let's see.
And he's gonna use just for a little flavor his green flame blade as well, just to flavor it.
Hell
If it
yeah.
actually hit. Oh, I forgot. I actually have to roll. Oh
Oh
this
no.
is weird. This is
Yeah.
weird. Okay.
It's because
I didn't know it did that.
it hits all all enemy creatures within 5 feet.
I thought it only hits one.
No, it hits or it hits one person or whatever, but it just sort of places the template to just check which one and all that stuff. So yeah, you're better just off just hitting it with the scythe.
Nope.
Oh no.
Nope.
Oh
Never
no.
mind. This orc
It's
is just
happening
resilient.
again. You will see as well. Here, this is what happens. As Agni is sort of or Agni is getting ready to strike forth, you see as the creature begins to almost look him directly in the eye. He hasn't broken eye contact with him since or this sort of events, and you see as it just begins to cackle almost like a hyena, bits of his jaw sort of flapping about as it's completely dislodged at this point from the damage just taken. However, as it happens, Gore, you see as he just sits there laughing, cackling. You got or Agni, is that your turn, or you got anything else?
I was gonna say less, bro. Say less. Gore is like.
Maybe, you know.
Like,
maybe I had a bonus action, but don't even matter.
Gore just wanted to get past all the. George trying to shut up the laughter.
Agni, you didn't want to do anything.
Don't even. He's already dead in front of me.
All right, you got it. That being said, Gore, how do you want to kill this thing, or kill this green orc?
Gore just like almost smashes right down into the mouth and be like, "Damn green orc! Now listen, orc." No, hold on, my bad, I got that wrong. Hold on, damn green orcs! And he just smashes into the mouth of the. Gore said he was trying to be quiet. Furry one. Quiet one. Quiet. There's bound to be more. And they're like, Gore's just upset. Like, let's just get it together, all right? Gore is just, for a moment, he's the one that's like, get it together. I said, do you not know what means?
Oh man.
Yeah, but Gore would just catch that next body.
That being said, with one fatal slash, you see as the creature begins to drop down onto the ground, still cackling before you're able to cut that of the sound away from him, and you watch as his entire form begins to crystallize, almost similar to how Azora finished the other creature off, but you see as this individual begins to freeze over with an astral light before immediately shattering into millions of tiny pieces, no longer living and dead. That being said, with no more enemies from what you can tell around, this combat is over. Good stuff.
Goodness gracious. She's kind of like panting a bit. She's like, now, did we explore enough?
I think we need to try to make camp as quietly, as easily as possible. I want to check out that will first.
Plan.
That
Oh,
was
I thought so too. And then he was
What
standing
happened?
before.
what happens if the well is just as
Greedy,
deep?
Well, maybe
greedy
we should
one,
rest and
making
then
camp
get
may
the
not be
well.
safe. Oh, greedy one. Gore wants to make camp just as you, but they came and he would point over to he would point in the rough direction. Green orcs just kept coming from those doors. There may be more. We need to go to a place that we can watch our be as safe as possible.
If we rest by the entrance, we can easily see if anybody tries to come from that point or beyond. It's a choke point.
Furry one, did you see anything else beyond?
I'm still in feral bear form, and I
Yeah.
just move a little bit forward, just a little bit. It seems clear, but to rest
In the,
right in an enemy
in the other way?
cave,
In the other way?
nothing. So I don't know.
Maybe
what
we
that
should
is.
rest towards the nothing.
That looks like water, maybe. I don't know what that is.
I think we should rest
Oh,
near the
cool.
entrance to the cave. It's probably the safest spot that we have.
Zora will say, "This is what I said 10 minutes ago. We
That's
should rest
Alright.
up and regain our strength
Zora,
before
it was too late. The deed had been done.
She'll look at everyone. She says, "Once again, we are in a strange land. Some of us barely even remember yesterday. If we don't have any supplies or materials to survive, Kora's already injured. The rest of us, most of us, have injuries at this point. If we are going to survive in this strange land, we need to work together as a group, or we will falter. This is not the way."
I say we vote somebody to be the primary leader. That no matter what's going on, they are the voice of reason.
I think the choice is quite simple. We're going to rest, and those who choose not to rest right now will be on their own.
I am fine with that. I'm tired of talking to people who will not listen.
Zora will say, as much as that would be a simple choice. Once again, this is also very survival could depend upon us working together. So I would implore all of us to take at least a bit of a rest so that we may regain our strength before we venture further. It's not too much to ask. Then
Rest now, little
should-
ones. Go
should make her way.
will keep watch. There could be more of those green orcs here.
If you keep watch, don't go too far.
Tell that to the quiet and furry one. They've been running amok.
Do you not remember what happened in the... It's not even worth talking. Either way, I'm resting. I'm tired.
Rest, greedy one. You haven't learned about greed, but Gore has definitely learned that he will not go headstrong like before.
Well,
The
I
quiet
hope so.
one seems to pick up that trait.
That's it. Zora, are you heading outside the cave?
Oh no, she's going right here to the entrance to where the sticks were.
Gotcha.
And she's just gonna try to make a fire. Like she's gonna try to make like a fire pit out of sticks and I guess stones and rocks.
Is she
Yeah,
making
Zaman
it
would
right
help
here,
her.
or is she making? Where is she making it?
Like right at the the entrance is here. I guess.
Yeah.
Like right here, right at the. So that way the smoke fumes ain't coughing, choking us, and there's a little bit of ventilation.
All right. That being said, we're doing
Yeah,
that.
Zaman would assist.
All right.
Probably start inspecting himself afterwards, looking at his armor, figuring out how to further enhance his capabilities.
All right. So if that's the case.
Also, I forgot to say, but yeah, essentially she's trying to short rest.
Yeah, I gotcha. So
Okay.
I can actually go over all of this now.
Rest.
So, that being said, here's what I need from you. You guys can just both quickly make a survival check or give one person advantage, yada yada, and all that stuff. While you're doing that, I can actually go over, sort of, I
I
guess,
rolled a
crafting if you
23.
guys want to. 23. Oh, on the
For the
dig to be on.
survival.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, between both of you, it's easy enough. You're able to make a little small pit to be able to or start a fire if you wanted to with the wood. That said, while that is happening over here, we'll get back to you in just a moment. Addy Dark, is there anything you're doing over here, or are you just waiting at the moment?
I'm just waiting. I mean, I'd like to know that there's not more orcs behind this wall. Is there any way I can possibly do that without just walking down the hallway?
You can make a perception check to see if you hear anything. But that's probably your best bet.
Yeah, I guess I'm just nervous because that's where they came from, bro. Alright.
Gotcha. Yeah, just make a perception check for me, and we'll see what you hear. All right. That said, meanwhile, back all the way over here, and 20. So, you don't hear anything at the moment, but that 20 is going to carry over. So if you do hear anything, I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right. Meanwhile, over here, what are you four doing?
Gore, after going rummaging over the bodies of the mother, if they're going over here, he's gonna keep first watch while they rest around this area. He try to go stealthy as possible. He would ask, like, if he saw the well over here, he would ask them, did any of you check that well?
We just talked about this. We were gonna check the well after we rested.
Be like, I know it might not affect you, greedy one, but we've gone long. We've not eaten. Well, we've barely eaten. No water. To be undrunk is a terrible thing.
Or we have limited supplies, but if you go to their well and something comes out of it, you're on your own.
I guess. I mean, say what it is. Gore's gonna watch the thing right here.
Easy enough.
Fools don't want no water. Heard.
Oh, sorry. One more question. Does my perception check tell me what the fuck is over here to the right? That water? Is that water?
Yeah, I got you.
Can I see that, or is there a door?
So looking over here, it seems to be that it doesn't seem to be water, but it's more of that sort of astral light similar to the creature seems to be kind of manifesting over there.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem to be water. It definitely seems to be on the stone itself.
Ah, okay.
Also, yeah, you see like a statue of some individual, but I mean that's about it. But yeah. Well, while that's happening over here, or Agni and Cora, are you guys doing anything, or are you just getting ready to rest?
Cora is next to Agni because she can't see. So, and he's the dude with the light. So wherever Agni's going, Cora's pretty much going because she can't see.
All right.
Now Gore here cares about seeing in the dark. Huh?
You would, if you were next to him, you would see Agni is intently looking at one of these orcs, and you sort of hear, if you were trying to listen in, under his breath, really muffled, you would just hear him say no, and he kind of takes his scythe and like he's starting to maim this body that's on the ground of this orc. And that's what you would notice. And when he's done with that, he would kind of just push all the bodies like to the side and start heading back to like where Azuro's at.
That said, Agni.
Cora.
Oh,
Cora
good.
asks, like, who's he talking to, and if he's talking to her.
Simply talking to myself, it seems.
Right.
That being said, Agni, as you begin to head closer towards Azora, down to the hall, move your token for me. Alright.
I should be next to Azora as well.
Alright, so about at this point, Agni. Oh boy. Here we go. You watch as the mark upon your hand begins to kind of writhe in shadows once more. And as it does, you kind of begin to sort of hear whispers and whatnot seem to be coming from the mark.
Are they coherent at all, or is it just like white noise?
They seem to be that it could possibly be coherent, but you gotta like put it closer to your ear or something like that to be able to understand it.
Yeah, I guess he would do so.
Alright. As you begin to do so, you hear as there are several voices kind of speaking and whatnot, and it seems to be just complete nonsense from what you can tell. Multiple individuals, but they seem to have different sort of tones and sort of pitches and voices, so different people. And they don't seem to be like the other individuals, like speaking like that. But you are able to hear an actual sort of coherent sentence. And you... Oh boy. I'm going to or you hear this, and I'm going to DM you. Oh boy.
Copy.
That being said, give me one moment. Let me go find it from earlier. Jesus Christ. There we go. That being said, as you hear sort of this, or hear this from whenever you sort of have the mark or whatever next to you, what do you say, and what do you do?
Agni would look around to see if, I guess the person next to him is Cora, if what Cora is doing, if like she seems to be reacting to anything.
She's just literally standing right behind you.
If you don't seem to be reacting, Agni's assuming this is only he can hear this. So
Well, keep in mind that. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
he would respond, oh man, I respond. Who is this?
It's Cora.
Good to know. That said, you wait for a response, but you don't receive one yet. Oh boy.
Yeah, she thinks that you're talking to her.
Oh, I understand that. I guess seeing no response, like this whole time, Agni's like kind of slowly walking back. His pace is like slowed down considerably, and not even any type of response or anything. He would look at Cora and just.
Oh shit! Accidentally left the session. Oops. My bad. Accidentally fucking clicked on the wrong thing. My bad.
Never mind, Cora. I thought I heard something. It seems to be this day has been messing with my head. First my memories are gone, and now it seems I'm hearing things. Maybe after some rest, things will go back to normal, and I can remember a bit more.
All right.
That being said, alright, let me fix this over here. Alright. That said, eventually you arrive over off to the side. Is there anything else you are doing as you eventually arrive to Azora?
No, Agni's kind of just like looking a little bit in like disbelief at what happened, but nothing at all out of the ordinary.
That said, alrighty. So you guys all begin to try and take your short rest. That being said, a couple of things. If you want,
I'm about to pass out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're about to take a long rest and all that stuff, right?
Yep, I am long resting. You're about to go into hibernation mode.
I guess this should be a good question. Are you guys taking a short rest or a long rest?
I mean, Azora was only looking to take a long rest. I mean, a short rest.
Long rest was the idea, I guess, but Laura was gonna keep watch on that first go round.
Yeah, Zaman is out of fuel. He's gonna rest until it's his turn to take Roch.
All right. So I'm hearing a majority is long rest. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I think that's the
long
consensus.
rest.
Alrighty.
Sounds like
I guess, can someone tell me?
What's the difference between long rest and you trying to figure out the difference between long rest and short rest?
Oh,
Yeah, and then
oh
like,
yeah,
you're
I'm
resting.
about to explain it.
Rest? Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, if you guys are going to take a long rest, a couple things of note. So, we can handle this. Well, yeah, we can handle this real quick. So, the difference between a short rest and a long rest is mainly this. A short rest is like a kind of a cat nap. It's only 45 minutes of you guys just sort of sitting about, typically tending to your wounds and just, you know, taking a kind of break, right? That sort of whole thing. A long rest is typically, it consists of actually sleeping, as you basically don't do anything for about 8 hours or a little bit longer. As such, again, to tend to all of your wounds and to heal back up to full, and also, again, just sort of rest for the day, or however you want to do it. Now, granted, you can short rest whenever you want to, and you can long rest whenever you want to. Well, excuse me, you can long rest only a certain amount of times per day, but you ain't got to worry about that. That won't really ever be relevant for you or come up. But, yeah. That said, the difference between... So, some of your abilities come back on a short rest. Some of your other abilities come back on a long rest. Now, your rages and I think your shifting ability, they come back on long rest and all that stuff. Now, to break down the mechanics further, so what happens over the course of that long rest? Now, typically you guys take watches, and watches are broken down into three sort of, we'll call them phases. There's the first phase, which is basically the first watch. And typically it'll be 1 or 2 players and their characters, obviously keeping watch, making sure their surroundings, you know, making sure that no one's sort of approaching them without them knowing or anything like that. You with me? And then there's the second phase, which is the second watch with 2 other individuals or other players, characters, and all that. The third watch, same sort of thing with, again, 2 other characters or players and all that stuff. Now, typically a watch consists of 2 people, but you can take a watch as 1 person or 3. But at least with this group, you guys can, because you have 2 Warforged and all that stuff. But again, that probably won't be as relevant. A thing for you guys to note, Korra and Zaman, you guys, if you want to, because you're a Warforged and you only need and require, I believe, 4 hours of quote-unquote sleep, you guys can actually take 2 watches if you really want to. But you do have to at least take 1. Or you do have to at least sleep for one of the watches, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll take 2 watches and just do my 4 hours. And during my 2 watches, I would like to see if there's any weapons I can integrate into my body.
I got you. The last thing that I forgot to mention is, so as you guys take a long rest and stuff like that, typically, well, at the end of the days and all that stuff, that's when all of your resources like food and water, they're typically docked down and all that stuff. So you basically For this group, because you have 2 Warforged, you only have to worry about 4 people eating and 4 people drinking. So you need at least 4 food resources, which you have, and 4 water resources, which you don't. So we'll get into that later, but for now, don't worry about it. Also, you guys, if you want to, you can craft weapons, armors, potions, tools if you want to during your watches, but if you try to craft during your watches, then you do take disadvantage while like cheap inside because you're distracted, you're making stuff, you're crafting, all that. You with me?
So I guess since we don't have water, why would we take a long rest?
Well, that's more of like, it's more of the thing of like, hey, a long rest is to say, all right, we're done with this day, we're waiting until the next one sort of thing, right? So that's why you typically take a long rest then. Now, at the end of the day, whenever that may be, that's when you guys have the deduction in water and food and all that stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
Alrighty. Dope. So, that being said, who would be wanting to take first watch?
So again, the reason why Azora was gonna take a short rest, because in her mind, like, you know, they just was awoken like maybe an hour and a half ago. So like she doesn't consider herself near like tired at all.
Yeah, I'd be against a long rest in my character, considering we're in a cave that we just almost got murdered by 6 orcs. I feel like this is not a place to take a long rest.
Yeah, technically, I guess Gore could have a short rest, but he do first watch regardless of not trusting the green orc.
All right. That says so. Gore, you said you want to take first watch.
Yeah.
Azora would as well, since she's just short resting.
All right. So Azora and Gore will take first watch. That's all I need to know for that. Alrighty. That being said, one thing to hold on, let me make sure I got everything. Yep. All right. So, as we get ready to go into that watch, one thing that you guys do note, especially the ones closer towards closer towards the outside of the cave, the likes of Agni, Azora, and Korra. You look outside.
The mon should be there too.
You too, Zaman. You'd have to drag your token, all that stuff, but I got you. So Zaman, you see this as well. Oh yeah, that's right. That being said, as this happens, you guys begin to look out towards the sky itself, and you watch as it begins to flicker once more. You see as it begins to, or the gray skies filled with that of the rain, you watch as it begins to almost flicker like a light, immediately flicking to that of black and sort of gray and then back to blue for this brief moment in time before immediately, almost like a snap of a finger, you watch as the sky turns from that sort of grayish color to immediately a darkened sky of night. You look out towards where you can see where the sun maybe was, and you see the moon instead. And as that happens, we'll have to figure out what all this means next time on Valley of Dreams, as we are at time, my friends. And we will take care of this entire night watch as well, in this case. Oh boy.
It feels weird not hearing you say Sands of Sin.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It sounds really weird.
Sensei, for the record,
thank you, Nat 30s for the raid. Appreciate you guys.
Green orc, like the right thing.
Say it again.
Gore tried to loot all the green orc. Just seemed the right thing.
Gotcha. So basically, what you would have gotten, I mean, it's nothing like too special on them. Because there's not really, again, their forms are made out of complete crystal, so you would have found like a bunch of great axes and a bunch of javelins. If you want to take those, just let me know. And you also would have seen a bunch of leather armor, but that's pretty much it. Nothing like too crazy, you know.
Copy.
That said, all right, real quick, I'm gonna break down stream, then we'll do a little post-game talk and all that stuff. I will be right back, unless anybody needs me like right this second.
Nah.
Alrighty. Dope.
Oh,
Okay, so let's head back over here. So, thank you guys for everybody who's watching, and also appreciate you guys in @30s for giving us the raid. You guys are freaking awesome. They're part of the stream team for rolling together, and they're a fantastic group of individuals. I've actually been able to tune into a bunch of their streams as well, so hope you guys enjoyed their session from earlier. If you guys were playing D&D and all that stuff, so be sure to check them out. Just scroll down below. You'll see like below my name or kind of right next to it, rolling together. But yeah. Sorry you guys were able to catch like the majority of the game, basically, long story short. Yeah, so my name is SenseiSuplex, and I am essentially a professional dungeon master. I also run a giant persistent universe known as Project Aurora, where all the campaigns are ran by multiple dungeon masters and all that stuff. They basically can affect each other in big or small ways, in real time. So multiple campaigns can like affect each other and all that sort of stuff. But also, on top of that, each and every single one of you guys in chat, on Twitter, on Instagram, or anybody in the community at all can actually affect the sessions in real time and all that stuff. Whether it be just giving inspiration points, health potions, or deciding the weather, or so many more things, even joining faction wars and all that stuff. So hey, if any of that seems fun or interesting to you, if you guys actually want to play some D&D, we're actually looking for a bunch of players very soon. Actually, I'm looking for a couple of players as standby people for a couple of my actual campaigns. So hey, if you're ever interested in playing, be sure to join the Discord. The other thing is, oh crap, I almost forgot. No, my goldfish brain. Oh, also, I remembered. That being said, I'm also committed to basically helping you guys bring your games to the next level. We have a YouTube channel. We also occasionally, mainly on Wednesdays and all that stuff, we have live streams where we actually try to help all you dungeon masters out, or help all you players out to, again, bring your guys' games to the next level and really enhance your DMing skills as well as mine as well. So hey, we even upload a couple of those little bits of tips and tricks on the YouTube channel, so be sure to check that out. All my socials are, I can't spell, goldfish brain again, oh no. All my socials are down below. I'll even link it down for you guys. But that being said, I think that's it from me. But yeah, thank you guys again for joining in. We're on the way to 1,000 followers. We're trying to hit that little quick goal. It'll mean a lot to me. So hey, if you enjoyed yourself, or if you're interested in seeing any of that, be sure to leave a follow on the stream. It's freaking awesome, and it definitely means the world to me. Let's see if there's anybody on the Twitch team for Rolling Together live right now. Let's see if there is not. So let's go see if we can go pass the love to somebody else. I had somebody in mind. I don't know if they're still streaming or not. If not, we're just gonna raid some. Yeah, let's go raid No Man. Yeah, so No Man is a awesome little D&D streamer and all that stuff, and it seems to be they're playing some D&D at the moment. Go tell No Man that she is awesome and that she is a dope person. Yeah, make sure to follow her channel, all that stuff, and hang out with them. They're playing some freaking awesome D&D. So that said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye guys.